Let's be clear, Casper. Let's be clear. All right. That is what the producers of Love and Marriage Huntsville had to tell Maurice in last night's episode or today's episode, depending on when you watched the episode. And if you didn't watch the episode, we're going to give you a breakdown of some key scenes in said episode. But if you happen to catch it, let me know if you caught this moment, right? Let me know in the chat if this moment was clear to you, Casper. Okay. Sky Squad, we are back in the building. We back. We got a little Sunday shenanigans. And at the end of this live, we're going to get into a little Sunday school. Okay. Sunday school, for those of you guys that don't know, I do coach during the week. Yes. So if you are someone who wants to, I don't know, you want to start your content creator journey, you want to work as a content creator on the side, you want to make some money, you want to learn about affiliate income and how to generate revenue as a content creator, then stick around. Okay? Stick around. Maurice, my God, today. My God, today. I don't even know where to begin with this, Mama Jamma. Let's start with a synopsis for the episode. This is episode 15. And before we dive all the way into this, let me read this first, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Hold on. The gang busts moves at Tisha and Marcel's 80s themed dance party. Wanda works the red carpet, then gets into a shouting match with Nell. Letitia continues to throw jabs with Destiny, and Kimmi and Maurice's date night ends with an unexpected twist. Okay? Now, before I get into that, we have got to talk about the elefante in the room. Let's talk about the elefante in the room. Listen, own production company, whomever, to whom it may concern. Okay. This is my letter to you. It is an open letter from a concerned fan. Okay. Hear thee and hear me well. Let me make sure my camera is situated correctly because I need to look directly into the camera to talk to the peoples. Okay. We, the fandom, the commentators, the content creators who faithfully watch these shows, we don't appreciate this 2-year-long season. Okay? Let's be clear. We don't appreciate it. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, you say? For those of you guys in the comments, let me put the comments on the screen. What I don't want is to watch something that was filmed March, April, May, June of 2025. Way down yonder into 2026. I don't want to do it, okay? Because as a person who is into fresh scenarios, it's already bad that I've got to wait like several months, okay, for a new Housewives season of a show that's really actually enjoyable. Like, we will have to wait until next September to get Salt Lake City again. You know, we will have to wait until next October, maybe, to get another Potomac, right? We probably already got to wait until March to get Atlanta. And so, but these are at least new seasons, fresh drama. Television, great TV, great seasons require a reset and a shorter lifespan, right? So if you have filmed the season in March, April, May, June, July of 2025, I don't need to be watching bits and pieces of the season sporadically throughout the year. I personally feel like what I'm watching is old at that point. That is just a bit of constructive criticism from me to thine, okay? Because we have been doing this for years now. So we understand the cycles of reality TV and the news cycles. And shows have to stay fresh. And the way that they stay fresh is that you just need to cycle through them faster, okay? So this season should have been over at this point. We should be walking, high stepping, tiptoeing, shimmy shaking, punani popping into the reunion next week. By the way this stands now, if this was the mid-season, I thought this was the mid-season. I thought this was the final part of the season. I thought we had gotten the mid-season trailer. I mistakenly thought that this was the end and we was about to get a reunion. Now I know we are only mid-season. If y'all are telling me that we got to do this 15 more times and this is the same season, my God, today. My God, today. And I know Love and Marriage Huntsville, I know y'all like a long season of 30 episodes, but my God, that means that we will have 15, well, no, at least 7 more episodes, 7, 8 episodes from March till June. Then we're going to have another break? Or is we going to get the whole 15? Or is it just, I'm confused. Okay. I am really confused. And if y'all could just give me the schedule now and let me know ahead of time, I just appreciate it. Now, this is just constructive criticism, y'all. Like, this is from somebody who cares. Okay. And you know I care. You know I care. So please, for the love of God, do not do this again. Okay. Because by the time we see this reunion, it is going to be 2027. And I guarantee you they didn't already filmed it. And if I am still watching this season in 2027, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just had to get that off my chest because when I saw that thing said mid-season trailer, I said, well, what? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Again, I like the show too much for y'all to be doing something, and I feel like this is not even at that point, it is gonna feel like whatever we are seeing is stale. If you're going to film this like you're filming a television show, like this is not a reality show, that would be fine. Give me 30 episodes of Scandal, okay? Give me all 30. You know what I'm saying? Give me 30 episodes of of Law and Order. You know why? Because it doesn't matter when it was filmed, okay? As long as Olivia Benson is there, as long as Ice-T is twirling in the background, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. Y'all solving cases? Okay, I'm here. But because it's the world of reality TV, we do feel like we want to see something that is close to the reality that we are actually living in and not the previous reality that we just escaped from. You know what? I feel better. I do. I feel better. Yeah. And now we said it, you know? And now we said it. Okay, so let's get into the episode. Let's be clear, Casper. Let's be clear. All right. And you honestly know what? They could have give Iyanla that 9 p.m. slot. Okay. Put her on right after. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. All right, so let's get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Um, Mind you, I didn't even really see, was Martell even in the trailer? Where was he? Did he leave? What happened? We'll get into the trailer and secondarily. So we'll talk about this episode first. We're gonna take our time today. So if you got somewhere to go, somewhere to be, I'm sorry for you. Meanwhile, let's go. So I think the scenes we're talking about, to be quite honest with you, are the 80s themed Ponderosa. Okay. Let's get into Maurice and Kimmi because I feel like that's first things first. That's what we here for. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is supposed to be date night post therapy session, in which the therapy session allegedly went so well. Did you know? Could you not tell by the last episode that it went well? Apparently, Maurice thinks it went well. Um, I I said it last week, and a part of me wants to believe that what Maurice is doing is for the show. Um, because the more I watch him, the more his pattern seems to ring true, and he does have a pattern. And it became very evident in this sit down with Kimmi for their date night that she was hoping would just go well, smooth, swimmingly. So the conversation inevitably, goes into the dynamics of their intimacy level, right? Maurice wants to do the nookie, the nasty, 3 times a day. He alleges that that is how they started. That they started by doing it 3 times a day, okay? Up to maybe more, all right? And so this is the basis for his argument. And apparently, he's been getting very angry with her when he is not able to get his needs met. And that was very enlightening to me because I think it tells us what he may have seen in her in the beginning as someone who could satisfy his whimsical needs, right? His down there needs. And she has to almost question, well, did you what the question almost is, it's almost the question in the air, like, why did we marry each other? And I'm like, y'all don't know do y'all not like each other now? Like, I mean, what is the thing? What's happening here? Because he seems to be super, somebody said it in the chat, rigid about what his needs are and how they should be met. And I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. I mean, listen, 3 times a day sounds very, very, it's unreasonable for adults who are working, who are trying to make a living, who are trying to make it in this economy, who are just trying to survive, who might be also potentially filming a reality TV show. Like, what are you like? I mean, I'm assuming you want it. Like, the only way this works is you get it in the morning when you get up, then maybe you meet for lunch for a lunchable. She got to drive to you got to drive to her, or then you got to get it when you get off work, because who cares if you're tired, if she's tired? I mean, my God. I mean, so you just got to, or maybe when you go to sleep. So she's got maybe about at most days a 6 to 8 hour time frame for which to recover from one session to the next, right? Let's do the math. Let's break it on down. Let's break it on down. So that means that, oh my God, today, what it must be like there, like for her, down there, if all of that is happening all the time. Like the woman does not have other things to do. Who's cooking? Who's cooking? Who's doing the cleaning? So just the actual functionality of his expectation is diabolical to me. It's completely diabolical. Not to mention, the fact of the matter is, you're not even doing anything to make her feel that feeling down there such that she would want it all the time. So it sounds to me, now that he is in his soft hands era, I did like that. Now, I don't know who came up with that, but I said, go Kimmi. Okay, go Kimmi for you on this soft hands era. Now, I think most of us want to live in our soft hands era, to be quite honest with you. But such is life. Okay, such is life. Some of us got to go outside and we got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? We got to go paint. We got to lift some things. We got to clean a toilet or two. You know. And in between all of that, you got to fulfill that man needs, girl. Meanwhile, so as it turns out, he ain't quite the man he used to be either, according to Kimmi. He used to be building, lifting bricks, putting bricks down, laying cement, spackling roofs, churning butter, making the bricks, laying pipes. um, Doing the woodworking, catching the animals, skinning the animals, roasting the animals over the fire pits, riding the horse at dawn. But he's not doing none of those things now. He ain't doing none of that now. Okay. Now, I think what makes this whole expectation even worse is that this expectation never even stopped when the woman had cancer. And it makes, for watching Maurice, it makes it feel the way he responds, it is almost like watching a child not get what they want. He ain't doing it. Soft hands, he ain't doing it no more. You know? It makes watching him, it feels like I'm watching a man child or a child man with soft hands. You know? And I'm basing this on his reactions as I'm watching them play out on the screen. She's definitely speaking some logic, especially with regards to what's actually physically probably possible for her, what she's been through, experiencing cancer. And okay, so I just wanted to lay down what the problems are, what the actual problem is. Despite all this, Kimmi seems like she is willing to work with him. She just wants him to lower the expectation and stop getting angry when she cannot fulfill his every whimsical desire. Okay? Now, I can't judge his desires, right? They seem unreasonable to me, but those are what they are. And for the fact that he is honest about them, I can respect that. It don't make no sense to me. It ain't functional, but that's what he wants. Okay? Now knowing this, oh my God, I should have brought that book in here. I was reading the book. I'm like, oh God, I should have brought it up in here. If I find this book, I'm gonna post a picture of the word I got from that book, and it is about relationships. Okay, and it is about when you have a conversation with someone and they want to meet you in the middle. That is the person. That's where like long lasting relationships lie. That's the space, right? But if you lay out your like these are the issues that we have and they're willing to and they're not willing to compromise, then you've got to understand that you need to move on from that person because they're not going to give you what you want. You're not going to get it. The same goes for these two people at this point. Now, I'm not telling them to go the way of the divorce, although he seemed to be alluding to it, which is why the producer said you got to be clear, Maurice, which I think it was a trash move on his part. That to me was so trashy because what it says is if I don't get what I want, okay, then I'm not going to be happy. What I wanted from you is what I got from you in the beginning. You have evolved, I have evolved, but my needs haven't, and I'm unwilling to compromise with you and meet you in the middle because I'm unhappy and I'm going to be mad at you and I'm going to be upset with you every time you say no to me. Okay, cool. If that's understood, that's understood. So now, Kimmi, you have a choice too. Okay. But it seemed like Kimmi was coming to the table with reasonable expectations of what can we do? How can we mitigate this situation? Whereas for him, it definitely seemed like when she told us that he told her, I want you to be happy even if we're not together. At that point, to me, Kimmi, to me, okay, when a person starts talking like that, when they start talking like that, it's a sign. Okay. It's a sign. That person is telling you something that they may be unwilling to speak publicly or say aloud. Hence, the producer saying, you got to be clear, Maurice. You have got to be clear because you are tiptoeing and tap dancing around what you actually are wanting to say about the two of you and what you should or should not be. Okay? He comes I'm telling you when you watch this scene, it definitely comes across completely diabolical. Okay? Completely. And sort of the way he is like smugly looking at her, I mean, I just didn't like it. And I'm having been watching this show, I understand the banter that will occur with like, Marceau and Letitia. I feel like some of that is put on for the cameras. I feel like some of it is probably based in Marceau's character. Um, just in general to be like sarcastic. But I think that this thing with Maurice, there's no comedy in it. There's no levity in it. Not to say that there's levity in what happens with Letitia and Marceau, but what is happening here feels very much like give me what I want or else. And again, if he were saying I want to be kissed every time we see each other, okay, I got you on that one. You like that? I can get you on that one. Um, but at the end of the day, I don't know what would fulfill his needs. Um, but it does sound like there is a fixation there that may or may not be unhealthy in terms of what is physically possible for someone else. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like I just don't know. I'm just talking about the way he is handling this, right? His fixations, his self-soothing antics aside, like what that she came to the table to mitigate and to have a good night. That was the impression that I'm left with based on the scene. And I can only talk about what I see in the scene. What y'all saying at home, I don't know. But what y'all gave me on the camera, that's what we're going to talk about. Okay? So, you know, if you're watching, that's what I'm talking about, right? If you don't give us that, we can't talk about it. But since this is what you gave us, this is what you left us with, and we know Maurice is a fully functional adult at this point, okay? With degrees, businesses, and so forth, we have to understand that you willingly had this conversation on camera and dangled the I'm not even gonna say the word because I don't speak that over people like that. I don't want to, but you dangled the separation like a carrot. That to me is the unacceptable part of this conversation. That to me is the part that is like, if I'm her, I'm not letting that go. And that to me, also, Kimmi, is the flag on the play. Because despite his wants, his needs, his desires, his shenanigans, his self soothing, whatever it may be, it is one thing to say, this is what I want. I would like more of it. But it is a complete different thing to be unwilling to meet in the middle, have any type of compromise, especially for someone who seems very much willing to do so. Okay. There is absolutely nothing else that I can really say about that whole situation because I just feel like, I mean, to continue to live in it would continue to just frustrate myself. And I don't want to do that today. It's Sunday. And I don't think it's beyond the realm of reason for two imperfect people to be together because we are all imperfect in some way, shape, or form. I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility for them to accept each other's imperfections and then to still want to be together and move forward. But I think it's a completely different situation when you start to dangle this thing and like this thing, this idea of not being together. That is where you start to enter into some dangerous territories because now here is the thing: the playback will always show that you said that. Okay, that is going to be the playback forever and always. Okay. Let's talk about Miss Wanda is back. I have always stated, not always, I should say, but I've always stated that, yeah, I have always stated this. I've always stated that a show needs some level of comic relief, right? I think most shows need some level of unseriousness because otherwise we can just feel so knee deep in the heaviness of drama that we never have the chaos and calamity of a good laugh. I'm slightly offended. um, a good shouting match, something quirky. And to be quite honest with you, there is no quirk factor on this show. Okay. There ain't no quirk factor. Let's call a thing a thing. You know who had the capacity to potentially be quirk was Tiffany, but I also think that Tiffany did not want to own being the bone carrier, the quirky bone carrier that Sheree can be, right? Now, Miss Wanda, I don't think minds what you say about her, if you talk about her. In fact, I think if you talk about her, she will grow larger. You know what I'm saying? Like, not inside. I'm saying she will just, she will just blossom more, right? So, and not everybody will enjoy Miss Wanda's sense of humor or her personality, but you need something like that on a show. That is why Beverly Hills is suffering this to this day. Oh, oh, who said that? Oh my God, who said it? No, Norman is not even here today. Who said that? But yeah, that's why Beverly Hills is suffering to this day because they ain't got nothing on there. They don't have a quirk. You could say that the quirk is Kathy. You could say that the quirk is Jennifer Tilly, but you really here's the thing: when the show simply relies on an extra person to be the quirk, eh, you need a full time quirk. You do. You really do. If you have a full time quirk, you can then ensure at least we're gonna get something crazy today. We don't even know what it is, but Miss Wanda is on so sparingly that it's kind of like, I'm glad she's here. She's gonna do some zany stuff. She's gonna say some crazy things that nobody else seems really actually willing to say, and you need that on these shows. And you know that Wanda's going to say it, and she's coming from a place of this is what I want to know. This is the tea that's being spilled, and I want to know it. It is in her character, in her personality, in her DNA to want to know the things. So here's what I think is happening on this show, and I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, Letitia, I love you, girl, but here's the thing. I feel like you're being positioned to be the sort of like Giselle troublemaker. Not really troublemaker. Fire starter, pot stirrer. And I don't necessarily think that because you did not start in this way, that should be your role. That's just what I think. Okay. So in this episode, Miss Wanda is actually brought in by Letitia in order to have confrontation with Miss Nell. They actually say it in the scene. She then actually says it in her confessional. Yeah, I wanted to put the two of them together because I knew it was gonna. Verbatim. This is verbatim. Okay. It's not verbatim. I'm sorry. This is me paraphrasing. Paraphrase. She says it in her confessional. Yeah, when I brought them together, I knew that things would go left, but I didn't think that it would go left about some parents. So let's get it started. Okay? Let's get it started. Letitia has still some issues with Destiny because she's questioning Destiny's loyalty, whether or not Destiny is actually more loyal to her or to Miss Nell. Destiny, I'm gonna give you some feedback too, Destiny. So I'm sorry, girl. I gotta do it to you. Destiny. I need you to take more of a stance. I appreciate you being the middle ground, but if you don't take a stance, then yeah, you can be in the middle because that automatically puts you in the drama. But I think your role would be more powerful on the show if you did take a stand. You see something wrong, girl, you say it. You wrong for that. You wrong for that. Say it. Whether it's Miss Nell or whether it's Letitia. That is interesting, right? Because here's the thing. Be mad, be activated. We've seen you in action before. Let's go. Let's go. We are filming a show. Okay. So give it to us. Now, see, this is a little different from me saying, oh, I don't know that Letitia should be the pop star because that doesn't seem authentic to her personality. She seems more like a nice, just a nice woman. Just like she just want to be mom and she just want to, do the real estate and that kind of thing and throw some events and stuff like that. Destiny, you have been more of a fire starter. You know what I'm saying? So a firecracker. So we expect that from you. No shade, but we do. We've seen it. We've seen you in action. We've seen you maneuver. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bit more exciting because that feels true to who you are. Maybe not in everyday life. Nobody's arguing in everyday life. So anyway, to me, it comes across like everybody's playing a wrong role here. But that's just me. Next. So now that Letitia has put these two women together, Letitia still has an issue with Destiny because she's questioning her loyalty. Destiny recognizes it and she doesn't really want to be put in the middle. I wish she would just go off on Letitia and just simply say, "Girl, stop putting me in the middle of your mess." Right? I left the car because I was annoyed with you and Kimmi. You too, Kimmi. I was annoyed with you. Okay? Now that to me is story. Right? Because that's true. You were annoyed. And if she keep bringing it up, every time she bring it up, you tell her, "Yes, girl, because you was getting on my nerves." That's how you do it. That's real. And even if y'all are friends, friends are going to get on each other's nerves, but that's what makes shows like this interesting is when that's why Salt Lake works because they arguing with each other all the time. It don't matter who's who. Nobody is clocked out. Everybody's clocked in over something crazy. But let me say this too. If Letitia wasn't doing anything, I don't know what we'd be watching right now. Okay? I don't know. So if the beef wasn't happening with Letitia and Miss Nell, I don't know what the beef would because there's got to be some beef. We're watching a reality TV show. Well, I guess the beef will be with Kimmi and Maurice. Good Lord. And I know I'm sounding I some of this might sound hypocritical, but I think if you understand reality TV in the way that a lot of us do, if you're new here, you will kind of understand what I'm saying about people playing their natural roles. And that is what makes the reality show great, is because in your natural state, you're reacting how you would normally react. You're doing the things that you would normally do. I do understand that there has to be something that's happening, but at the end of the day, it needs to be from the genuine place of just who you are. Like Miss Nell is exactly who I believe she is. I don't, in no scene am I watching Miss Nell and thinking, "Ooh, girl, she trying to stir up something." I don't believe that. I believe every doggone thing Miss Nell is saying. Okay? I believe her. So when Miss Nell gets upset and she's going off, I believe she will throw you in the pool. I believe she'll throw me and pick me up and be in the pool. Oh, here's the thing. Yes, you are correct. Sometimes they could just have fun. And if that's it, that's it. That's fine too. That's fine too. All right. All I'm saying is keep it natural and authentic. Things should just be happening. But that requires everybody to be tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. And when you, here's the thing about reality TV, and this is why I'm coming from a place that I know. I did it. I know. I understand how it works. Reality TV is only interesting, okay, when the people involved are so far in it that they forget that the camera is there and they're giving you exactly how they feel in that moment and they're doing what they would naturally do. And then you never have to worry about directing anyone self-producing, anyone slacking, because everybody is showing up as their authentic selves. The first day that I filmed, I said, "I am going to give the world this version of me." And then about an hour or two later, I realized that's not possible because these people aren't leaving. So if they're not leaving, fine. Y'all gonna get this. Okay. The same this that y'all get, that's what they got. That's the truth. So Miss Nell is questioning what's going on with the group. Somehow it turns into Miss Nell explaining to Miss Wanda that her and Letitia have been at it because of their husbands. But now their husbands are fine and they are having beef. which then turns into Miss Nell saying something about, well, your dang daughter, but she uses the DAMN word instead, right? So Miss Wanda's like, no, 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 you don't be saying my dang daughter. That ain't my dang daughter. Okay. And so it spirals from there. So it spirals. It spirals out of control. It does. And the next thing you know, they are off to the races. They are going, like, literally. Now, Miss Nell, I felt like Miss Wanda was giving it to Miss Nell for a second there. Until somehow their argument turned into something with Miss Nell's mom. No, you know Miss Nell's mom passed. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: do not ever speak on somebody's parent who has passed. For the love of everything sacred in your life, do not do it. Okay? Do not do it. Don't do the father. Don't do the brother, the sister, and do not, especially, do the mother. Okay? And so what Miss Wanda says in the heat of the argument is, oh, you must not have something cleared with your mama for you to be reacting in this way. Now, I'm paraphrasing again. At that point, everybody knew that the situation had gone too far. Oh, no. Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no, ma'am, Pam. Oh, no, ma'am. Let me tell y'all something. At that point, the tide definitely turned because Miss Nell, at that point, oh, no, she goes off, okay, about the mama. And I think because everybody was really at that point like, oh, okay, yeah, this is gone too far. This is gone too far. That ultimately Miss Wanda has to apologize. Um, and rightly so, as she should have, because at that point it was team too much. It was definitely team too much. That was definitely team too much for me. And I think it was definitely team too much for everybody at the table. And whether or not she was trying to give her something constructive in the heat of the argument, it's not going to sound that way. It really ain't. It's one thing to say, do you think that you may have had some like things that you need to clear with your mom in calm, casual conversation when that person has brought it up to you? But it is a complete different thing to bring it up in an argument because nothing is going to sound well when you say it like that. Ultimately, this does lead to a somewhat resolution between Miss Nell and Letitia. Things do seem to calm down in some way, shape, or form. So, and Miss Nell apologizes yet again for anything that she may have said about Letitia's husband. But I didn't hear an apology from Letitia. So, listen, I don't know. I think Miss Nell at that point was probably just tired of fighting. And so we ended it on that note. And then they went into the conversation with Maurice and Kimmi. I think the dangerous part about this show is that in separate scenes, you saw Letitia and Marceau talking about the situation with Miss Nell, and Letitia saying if they don't stop, then she's gonna tell what she really knows about Chris. To which Marceau is like, well, be careful about that because when you start trying to spill somebody else's tea, you know, you're gonna end up spilling your own. Conversely, in a previous scene, Miss Nell has said Letitia better leave her alone before she starts talking about what she really knows about Marceau. Now, I don't know when we'll ever see the reunion. So I don't know if they'll ever cover this. Okay. But it does seem like there's something else that is going unsaid and still some residual feelings that are happening. And I just don't know that they should probably all just never say anything like that again, because otherwise they're just going to find themselves back in the same cycle and it really never goes anywhere. Honestly, it never goes anywhere. And now that I think about it, I'm tired of hearing about it because honestly, I don't really care. I don't really care. Give me something new. Speaking of which, what's her name? What's her name? Latricia is a huge part of the mid-season trailer. Apparently putting some heart emojis on Miss Nell's son's Lance's Instagram page or something like that, like leaving heart emoji comments. Now, or heart or the faces with the, I mean, I don't know, like not the heart emoji, but like the face with the heart eyes, I think. Now, there's a little bit of maybe comment etiquette, I think. I mean, I don't even really ever see them interact with each other. So I don't know how much they know of each other, how cool they all are with each other. And everybody has different comment text etiquette. I put hearts on everything. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yes, love you too. Oh my God, thank you for the love. I give you love in return. I am that type of person. So I don't know what her emoji language is. So we'll have to figure that out sometime in March through June, whenever the show comes back on, um, for the same season. So there's that. We see Destiny going to Detroit to meet with her mom. And that doesn't seem to go very well. There is some beef between Chris Fletcher and his license is revoked. Did y'all know about this? I mean, because the season was so long ago, I mean, this was yesteryear. So it is his license still, why was his license revoked? How does that happen? I don't know. But anyway, his license gets revoked. Hey, somebody gifted some memberships. Y'all tap down in the get your membership on. Get your membership. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that love. Y'all go ahead and grab them memberships. The gift that keeps on giving, baby. The gift that keeps on giving. Okay. I'm gonna leave this on the screen. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Y'all grab them, get them while the getting is good. Get it, get it, get it. Don't stop. Okay, so that was in the blogs. Hey, we appreciate. Listen, somebody's grabbing them. Somebody's grabbing them. There we go. There we go. That's what's up. Who else got it? Who else got it? Oh, we got another one. We got another one. We got another one. Uh-oh, let's go. Let's go. Who else getting them? Who else getting it? Who else getting it? Get it, get it, get it, get it. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Pop that doodle brown. All right, let me not act up today. Let me not act up. Act up. You can get snatched up. It's Sunday. Lord forgive me. Yeah, so I don't know what has happened with his license. So we have to figure that out. And then there is something going on between, so that's affecting something with Maurice, no, Marceau. So Chris and Marceau get into it. I think this is as a result of his license being revoked. Then Kimmi is upset because one of their projects has not been done either. And she wants Maurice, soft hands, to talk to Marceau and make him finish it. Hey, y'all got him. Y'all got him. That's what's up. That what up? Um, so Maurice and Marceau get into it, wherein Marceau calls Maurice soft hands as well. I don't know what it is about soft hands, but I like it for some reason. You know what? I'm trying to have soft hands too. I don't want to be working hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be shoveling ditches and stuff like that if I don't have to. You know, um, that's why the people who shovel them make such good money. You too can have soft hands. Okay. So yes. You know, if I can help it, I'll just stay as a content creator where I can use my soft hands and just set up a tripod. Get on the TikTok live and sell some stuff. Travel and things like that. If I could do that, what else can my soft hands do? Oh God. Oh my goodness. Um, hey, what's going on? When day, boo. Listen, I ain't mad at it. Darnell, don't be mad at it. Tell them stop hating on you, man. Tell them stop hating. Hey, listen, ain't nothing like a little soft hand over here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I wonder where he heard it from. Did he hear it from Kimmy or did he hear about it from production? That's what I want to know. Come on with it. Come on with it. Dr. Ani, what's up, boo? Fun fact, Dr. Ani is in our Rich Life community, y'all. So, she knows how to get the complimentary trips to Bali, Thailand, Zanzibar, Cape Town, Phuket, Thailand, the Maldives. If you don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Where else we going? Oh, Dr. Annie, I'm about to do that. I'm about to get that Dubai one for $1. Amen. Amen. I don't know if you saw it in the it's in June. I think it's for like 6 days. They had 3 up there for June, but I think I'm gonna get the one. I think I gotta get the second one because the first one sold out. Hey, Madrid, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, you saw it. You saw it. Elle says I need to be soft everything. Come on now. Come on with it. Give me soft life. Yes. I'm here for it. Listen, don't nobody want to live a hard life. God, Lord God. We tired of that. You know? We is tired of that. We is tired of it. Mhm. Okay. So real quick, y'all, for the people who are interested in creating content, do I have any content creators in here or do I have anybody that wants to work in like the content creator space? Okay. 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 Um if you do, let me know in the chat if you have been wanting to do any work in the content creator space. If you want to do any type of affiliate marketing, basically what that is you generate revenue from selling other people's products, right? That you don't have to make. That's what I kind of want to talk to some of you guys about. I've gotten quite a few messages from people asking about, well, how do you start as a content creator, or how do you generate revenue as a content creator? And so I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown right here. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, cool. Yes. This is what this is about. This is specifically for people who want to utilize content to either grow their business, right? Or to leverage content, whether it is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or Pinterest, and generate revenue. So everybody else, we done with the tea. You're about to get some tea on how to become a content creator. I'm going to give you the play-by-play of what to do right now. Okay? Yes, please. Okay. Okay. This is what we're going to do. All right. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. And anybody else, let me know or share it with somebody that needs this, right? Because I'm gonna give you the play-by-play right now. Okay, so the first thing that I need you to recognize is this. Creating content, it's not hard. When I first started this channel right here, I started literally with my cell phone. So I don't want you to think that you need to go out and get all of this fancy like equipment to start because that is just going to slow you down. Okay? That's going to slow you down. And I don't want you to feel like you need to be doing all of these extra things because the thing that is going to get you further faster is just to start creating the content, right? So if you have in mind a business that you are starting, like let's say, who said that they have a notary business? Okay. If you have a notary business, then you want to start getting on YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok or Instagram, and you want to just start creating content around it. Wherever you can start going live, just go live and tell people about the steps or tell people about the transformation or what they need in order to get this, right? Some people, if you want to start creating content around reality TV shows, you can definitely do that. I'm more than happy to help. I coach people during the week, but I get a lot of questions also from people like, because I don't really advertise it here on my channel that I do that. I usually save that for one of my other channels, but I want to do it here because I get a lot of questions. So if I can give you a simple route, then that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Oh, so you also have a notary business. Okay, this is cool. And if you have questions, put them in the chat too. All right. Could I change my personal IG with a good following to that? You don't have to change it unless you want to start a new IG. You don't have to. You can utilize the one that you have now. Most platforms are search-based platforms right now, right? So they're going to show people what they're searching for. So as long as you're making the content about what it is that you want to sell, and if you have nothing to sell, I can show you what to do so that you can double your revenue, right? Um, but in order to do that, you've got to put in the work. So putting in the work, what does that require? Set up your cell phone. If you are on YouTube, set it up this way, right? You can do YouTube this way as well, but set it up this way, right? If you're doing Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you can set it up this way. All right, that's number one. Where I'm seated right now, y'all, I do not have a light on me, okay? I don't have a light on me. I have simply a window with sun coming in. So that's all you need. And a backdrop that kind of gives you a little bit of contrast. I painted this wall black because I like to look like I'm brighter than the wall, right? I want everything else to pop, but the wall can be what it is. You could do this with a white wall. It doesn't matter, right? It does not matter. All you need to do is set up a nice place where people can hear you. The iPhones and the Androids today, you don't really need a mic. But if you are operating with a webcam, it's good to get a mic. I got a mic like this off of TikTok for like 20 bucks. This mic right here, Amazon. So you don't need all that, but they're good to have. All right, I'm giving you guys the basics. Okay. If you want to get more, click the link in the description. I've got a whole series of how I helped one of my clients who has a hair salon. She got rid of her hair salon. She went all in on her content, and we helped her net 7,000, I think, with one video. Literally, she did 30 minutes of work. So that's why I know this works. Okay. You just got to put in the work. If you put in the work, you can get to where you want to be. All right. So now that we got that settled, you're going to make video content every day. Okay. Or at least 5 times a week to start. It doesn't have to be long. Okay. When you're first starting on YouTube, you want to do videos that are probably about 20 minutes long to start because you want to build that following. You want to have videos that are long enough that will get you to the threshold of generating 4,000 watch hours and at least 1,000 subscribers. In order to do that, you're going to just make longer videos in the beginning, period. YouTube loves hours long videos. Okay. You will see a lot of content creators and they will go for 2 hours when they go live. YouTube loves that. YouTube loves anything that's going to keep people on the platform longer. But what you need to do is make sure that when you go live, if you're going live on YouTube or if you are putting out YouTube content, just offer value. Offer value on something very specific. So if you are a notary, right, then you're going to tell people either A, about your service, which you can offer, and how you can help them, how you help them from point A to point B, period. All right. If you're teaching people how to become a notary, I saw this question. Okay, so if, was it L? If somebody else had never said that they were a notary, then singer DST25 would not know that they can now go to that other person to become a notary. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Do you see how this literally just worked in action? Tony says, I have a notary business. Do you know why now singer DST knows that Tony has a notary business? Because she said it in the chat. I have a notary business. So can you imagine, Tony, if you did video content every day and you just started growing it, people think that because their first video doesn't go viral that they shouldn't do it. You don't need viral videos. You just need content. That's it. That's what I tell people in my sessions. You just need the content. That's it. That's it. It was the simple thing that Tony says, I have a notary business. Tony, you can now tell singer DST, because singer DST said if someone can share. That's your first client. That's your first person that you're helping. You can see this in action literally right here, y'all. It's literally because Tony said it that now singer DST has a resource or can go to L. It doesn't, whoever goes, to wherever. That's how it works. I'm literally at the table working on my creative business, so I'm listening. I'm not online, but business has already been doing well. That's great. I can only tell you that being online can catapult that business. It can literally catapult that business. Singer DST says, what do you need to do to start a notary business and how much is the income? So Tony, all right, who else? L, this is your opportunity to now say somebody out there wants to become a notary. That's what my first video was going to be about. How do you become a notary in 5 easy steps? I just gave you your first video. Okay. I'm looking to transition into my retirement. I'm not sure how old you are, but what I will say is this, and you don't have to tell us, but what I do know is this: right now, people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s are they're doing the most on YouTube. Because here's the key, y'all. A lot of times people in their 50s and 60s, they've got income that they can now spend. So you can tell them about your services and they're ready to buy, right? How can you help them, right? That's the thing. So if you want to tell people about what you're doing next after retirement, if you want to just chronicle that experience, you can do that and you can build your audience that way. And then depending on what you are interested in, I can also then tell you, if you don't have anything to like coincide with your channel, right? A product or a service that makes sense for you, that will definitely help your audience. We can find a product or a service that you can then attach to your videos so that that product can also generate revenue for you, but it's also helping them. So Elle and Tony, if you had a small ebook or a course on how to become a notary, I'm giving y'all free game right here. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm giving y'all the stuff I would give in a session. Number one, okay? So please take note and take action. All right. Okay. I'm telling y'all exactly what I've done. I'm telling y'all what I do. I tell my clients to do during the week. I'm giving you all of this because I know that right now it is definitely hard for a lot of people out there, and I know what it takes. Okay. Now, again, I do have a full 2 hour client session with my client, Karen, who we helped get that $7,000 video. That's how much she generated in ad revenue from that one video, from what we told her to do. And not to mention the sales from her product that she now gets as a result. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. All right. Do we need a microphone for the two of us? Oh, that was the first question. Okay, husband and I are thinking of doing a panel discussion, kind of like a thing. He has a career as a police officer and me as a defense attorney. Do you need a microphone? No, you don't. To start, I would just start to get to get yourself in the rhythm of actually doing the content to see how you guys would actually work it, and then you will eventually want to get some mics or something like that. But you can literally, you could take your phone and set it up like this, and you can get one of those mics that you can plug into your phone. I want to give you the simplest route. Okay. The simplest route. Get the mic from Amazon, stick it in here, and then leave the mic on the table as you guys have a conversation and you guys are pictured in the frame like this, and then just talk. That's how you can start. Once you then, okay, we can do this. That's your test right there. Once you then see how you like it, at that point, we can point you to software that will actually cut you guys up to make you guys look like you are in two different, we see two different scenes of you. That's what we would do. That's what I would help you do. Um, it is all about networking. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, in Texas, I'm assuming this is the notary. Okay. Mhm. You do. You really just need, I mean, here's the thing. You know, I really didn't haven't spent a lot of time talking about this because I know a lot of people just want the tea, right? But I can't be I'm cannot consider myself a responsible adult at this day and age if I don't also offer value in terms of how you guys are, what I know about content creation and what can also help you generate extra income or help you further along the way in something that I know. And I also know that, I'm able to help people, right? Um, oh, no problem. I am an executive function coach and have a YouTube podcast channel. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. This is the space, right? You guys can now see what other people are doing, and isn't it beautiful when we open up this conversation, and now you can say, "Oh, Tiffany does this." So the next time y'all see Tiffany, you will remember that she's an executive function coach, and guess what, y'all? Somebody else who will watch this later will also see this. So do not be afraid. I honestly, y'all, I'm the type of person. If you want to tell people what you do in the chat, tell them what you do. How else they gonna know? Um, do what you can with what you can, Shaquita, because um, the last thing you want to do is be overwhelmed and not be able to deliver what you want. But at a certain point in time, it, you may be growing to a point where you need to add some additional, help and support. All right, let me see what else. But I'm telling y'all also too, grab the content creator kit. Let me tell y'all. I- Hold on. Let me just open it up. Let me show y'all what's in it. It's literally in the stand store link in the description of this video. I actually just marked it down because I don't want it to be super expensive. I don't want people to feel like they have to spend a lot of money to get some knowledge on how to do this. It contains my ebook. It contains a 2-hour session with my client. It is 2 hours, y'all. We go through everything from start to finish on how she created that video that went that got her the $7,000 in ad revenue. And then we talk about everything that she's doing next. So when you click the link down below, you will see the starter kit here. This is everything that you get. You get the YouTube, 0 to 6 figures on YouTube. You get the 30-minute, the 2-hour case study, who this is for, obviously, if you're ready to start or restart your YouTube journey, any business owners who want to use video to sell products and services, and dreamers who are tired of waiting for the perfect time to build their brand. And if you just want to have a little bit of extra financial and creative freedom, then this is definitely for you. All right. You're going to have a clear content growth plan at the end of it because you can simply model what I tell her, a good monetization strategy. So if you don't have one already, we can set one up for you, or just the confidence to show up on camera, because a lot of people. I'm going to tell you this. Let me say this. Bump that. Let me take this off the screen because I need to talk to you about this. What I've learned a lot from most of the people that I talk to, y'all don't have a problem making content. Y'all have a problem with your confidence. That's the word right here. That's the word. A lot of you do not have a problem creating content, okay? Creating content is nothing more than setting up your cell phone and talking into it, setting up a camera and talking into it. You have a problem with everything that will come after that. A lot of you have a problem. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about right here. I'm glad I seen it. I'm not a natural conversationalist. An hour is a lot, but I can start small. You do not have to do an hour. Like, listen, I'm talking for an hour because I'm used to it. At this point, I don't care. I could talk to y'all forever, to be honest with y'all. I could talk to y'all for 6 hours just because I love to talk online. Okay. Um, you think you're not a natural conversationalist, but I guarantee you could talk about something you love. I guarantee you could talk about something that you love. I love reality TV. In real life, I'm an introvert, right? In real life, when I'm having to talk to people in person, I can make small talk, and I'm a deep, like, conversation person. So I would rather have a longer conversation with a couple of people at a time. But if y'all see me out in public, come and say something to me, obviously, because I'm gonna give y'all a hug and thank you for watching and supporting. But just me casually just being out with people, like, I'm an introvert. So I get it. But people who are like that often make the best content creators because this is your time to open up. And the great thing about it is when you first start making videos, you are only making a video to yourself. You're talking to yourself in the camera. So a lot of y'all, I promise you, I see it all the time. You do not have a problem with content. And if you do, that's an easy fix. I can show you what to do. So actually, uh, without getting into too much about the client, I actually made this one client and I'll do this for a couple of people, but I made her the content. All she has to do is go and post it. That's it. I make the content, I give the template, and now she has a template for the next 30 days. That's it. And every time I work with somebody, this is what they tell me. I'm not good at it. Nah, that's not it. You are afraid of expanding beyond the limits that you are currently setting for yourself. That is what you are afraid of. You are afraid of outshining or being shining too bright for the people around you because you then are afraid of what they may say about you because they see you starting to glow. And you don't want that attention. You don't want to appear too big because that's how we're taught. We're taught, don't make other people feel uncomfortable because we growing. I mean, just try to make sure. No, you were meant to stand out. You were meant to do this thing. You were meant to say what you need to say. God gave you a mouth for a reason. He gave you a brain for a reason. He gave you a heart for a reason, and he gave everybody a different one for a reason. That is so that you stand out individually and you say what you need to say and you put out what you need to put out into the universe. The more you dim your light, the lesser you live. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. There is a jewel. I have in the description, there is a link for a faceless, uh, generate faceless wealth. I'm gonna actually show it to you right now. Hold on. Hold on. I literally became an affiliate for this. Let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. But yes, you can. Hold on. Stop sharing that. You can literally do this faceless. I have a faceless YouTube channel that I do not show my face on. The most recent video, I'm gonna see if I can show y'all without giving too much away about it. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can pull it up. The one of the latest videos got 15,000 views, got 39,000 views on on one video. I mean, it's just you can do it. Yes, absolutely. It's just about making the content. And this affiliate program that I have is in the link in my description. I'm gonna show you this real quick. I literally just said, I am doing this. And basically, I will purchase something because I want to know more about it so that I can get better at it. But I'm telling you, I dove into this. And the thing I love about this program, y'all, is that, and this is something that you could do as an affiliate. So if you don't have a product or a service and you want to resell something else and you want to make income, you can actually take this as a course and then you can resell that as what you want to sell, right? If you want to make faceless content, so you want to learn about it while you're earning about, like you want to learn and earn at the same time, that's what you do. The thing I like about Nancy and what she does is they do prayer calls. Now, I don't know how many of y'all like are into like prayer and stuff like that, but like those types of things mean something to me. So not only can you learn about how to do faceless channels like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, you will also be able to resell that, and then you will also earn income as well. So I put the affiliate link for that in the description of this video as well, just in case you want to tap into that. But yes, you can do it faceless. You do not have to have your face on there. Hey, 63. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, that's my mission in 2026. Um, if I'm if I'm gonna grow, and I gotta be honest with y'all, I was having a conversation after church today, and I said, if I'm going to grow in the area that I want to grow in, I am going to be teaching. I've known that. Whether that is, at some point becoming an adjunct professor because I love sharing knowledge, or I'm just teaching people on my channel, then that's what I'm going to do. Because at the end of the day, none of this matters. None of the stuff that we talk about on reality TV matters. It's our entertainment and it's fun. But this is the type of stuff that matters because this is the type of stuff that y'all like people will take with them. This is the type of stuff that people will say, I got a plan now, right? I don't have to always rely on my 9 to 5. I don't have to always rely on this contract that may end at any day now because that used to be me. You know what I'm saying? That used to be me. I was the person who was running from contract to contract, literally. Okay. I've done it all. I've worked as a writer. I've done work at the Library of Congress. I have cleaned toilets. I have done cleaning services. I have been a server. I went to bartending school. I used to DJ. I have done it all. Like many of y'all, I've had a lot of lives. So when I tell y'all these things, it's because I'm doing it. And I'm not going to tell y'all nothing I'm not doing. Period. Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you. We want to call balls and strikes on police interactions with the public. Officers never want to say what the other officer did wrong, and we can argue it out. This is good to know. Thank you for putting that in the chat. Listen, I'm glad. I'm glad. Jewel says, I'm excited. My business applies to student loan strategies and forgiveness. And what I show you in the content creator kit is how to do that, how to make content around the topic that you want to make it around. And if you don't have a topic, I will show you how to get an affiliate link that you can just promote instead. Everybody don't want to start a business, right? And I know that, but everybody want to make a little extra income. And I know that too. So if you fall into one of those categories, get the link in the description. I literally just marked it down. I just marked it down. It is practically free. It is practically free. It is less than your Sunday night dinner. This is what happens. This is what happens. Now, Singer DST 25 leaves with some information that, you can go put into practice, right? But again, y'all, let me also say this. There is no momentum without action, okay? So Singer, DST, now that you got this information, your job tonight is to go and look it up. Ashley, I make body, butter, sugar scrubs, and lip balms. Ashley is somebody that I can actually co-sign. Ashley, I have had Ashley's products. I use Ashley's products. I know what they give. I know that my lips is soft. Do I got some? Oh, I don't have it in my pocket. I'm sorry, Ashley. I don't have it in my pocket right now. I was gonna pull it out. I had some of the chapstick, but this is not the one in my pocket. But I do. Somebody else that I can just literally speak on. So follow Ashley, y'all. If y'all want y'all body butters, your lip scrubs, like your lip balms and sugar scrubs, all that. Okay. Who else? Saintly Iconic Soul. I do personal styling and based in Dallas, working on posting more of the content on all platforms. Yes. And then we can set you up with something like repurpose.io. So you can just purpose it. You can actually just put that content out on all platforms with the click of a button. If it's specifically for your business, right? Good. There we go. There is something for everybody. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, I know. T Factor says this is great. DJRichieSkye, I have a YouTube channel for improving health plus saving in the form of gold and silver. Okay, so that's literally some lessons right there, right? Hopefully you have a product, and if not, then we can help you figure that product out. That's where we want it to be, right? Is it an ebook that you have? Is it a course? Is it like maybe you just recorded it via like a Loom video and then you put it in your description, or you put it on like a Gumroad and you just sell it there? You don't have to pay no monthly payment fees on Gumroad, but you can still direct people to your sales page. I sold my first ebook on Gumroad, and yeah, I didn't pay any monthly fees for that. Hey, I'm glad you made it too. How do you start an ebook? Oh, this is easy. This is the easy one right here. Okay. If you are writing an ebook on something that you know, all right, my best suggestion for you is to open up a Google Doc and write out what you know, right? Write out what you know. Then go to ChatGPT. I'm going to give you a cheat code right now. Go to ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT to write you a prompt based on what you know on an outline for an ebook. That's it. Then you would take that and then go into like an app like Perplexity or Claude. You can either start with Perplexity or Claude, and you can ask it to synthesize the data that you have that you already know. Just do a brain dump and have it synthesize it into an outline or short chapters for an ebook. Then you take that data, proofread it, make sure you understand it, make sure that it's true and correct, right? Then you take that information and then you go into Canva and you enter that information into Canva, or you can just keep it as a Google Doc, and there is your ebook. Boom. Don't make it complicated. Just make sure that by the end of that process that you have truly taught somebody how to go from point A to point Z, because that ebook is worthless if you did not teach them something, if they did not leave with an actionable like thing that they can go do, if you didn't take them through the steps. So just make sure that you take them through the steps of going from A to B to Z. If you do that, then you can say, I have something that will help you transform, and I'll have something that will take you someplace. That's how you do it. Um, oh, no problem, no problem. I'm telling you, listen, y'all, tap down in the link and get the I'm gonna actually put it up right here. I'm gonna put it in the chat. But y'all, it's so much of this is much easier than you think. Um, a lot of people think that a lot of people overthink it, right? A lot of y'all, me included, right? A lot of y'all, but when I say y'all, I mean me too. A lot of y'all are too smart for your own good, right? And what happens with very smart people is this: we overthink. We will think ourselves out of doing something. We will think ourselves into the middle of next week and we won't have done a single thing. Okay. So some of us here have been saying, I'm gonna do that thing. I'm gonna write that ebook. I'm gonna make my content. Y'all was saying it last year. Hmm. Oh, it hurts my heart, my soul, my spirit. It does. But you've been saying it since last year. Why you been saying this since last year? Why you been sitting there talking about the same thing for over a year now? And a lot of you guys, I will tell you, is just that you did not have anybody to help you be accountable for what you are doing. Some people need mentorship. That was me. Okay. And some people just need information. And so if you're one of those types of people, I put the link in the description and I put it in the chat. If you are somebody that just needs information that is going to take you from A to Z, tap the link. You get everything. You get everything I got, right? I'm gonna even throw in some extra videos when I this week. Um, okay, let me go one at a time. Kim Perry says, I'm an entrepreneur specialist. I do LLC formation. Oh, this is good. This is a good one. Logo design, branding, notary services, event coordination, and more. Entrepreneurs Direct Link Incorporated. Excuse me, LLC. Now, this is a great business with lot of earning potential in terms of what you could be making on YouTube with ad revenue, in terms of what you could be promoting in terms of ebooks and courses, in terms of anything that will help somebody get from point A to no business to business. Like that could be your thing, girl. I take you from no business to business. Okay? That's it. I will take you from going from that's the hero image on on the website. From no business to business. From no business to in business. That's it right there. How I do that? Experiment 3693 says, I'll give you a divination reading and let you know if content creation is a profitable future. I mean, listen, put it out there. Put it out there. Mm. No, it's not everybody's destiny, but for those whose it is, we about to help them. See, and that's the thing too. And this is why I know having this conversation is worthwhile. Even if you end up not doing content, the people who are in this chat have been sharing so much that they now also have given resources for other things. So Saintly Iconic Soul, as a result of this conversation, now knows that Kim Perry can do logo design. So now the network has increased. So this is so much bigger than just about creating content. And that's what is so crazy about this conversation. That in my mind, I was like, oh, the people just gonna be here for the tea. But no, y'all want some actual real life tea. So, and it's still 514 people in here. So somebody needs something. Somebody needs something. So we're gonna make sure that I'm not getting off this line until the people get what they need and however they need it. I know you do. I know 90% of y'all got content sitting on your phone that y'all don't even use ever. Okay. Because I got it. I got it. I got it too. All right. It's Gigi now says, thanks, Richie. My son is thinking about starting a channel about gaming. I will share your link with him. Listen, if that ain't one of the easiest things to start, monetize, and grow, because people love the gaming space. They really do. They will watch a game. When I tell you they will watch a game like ain't I don't even know what these games be, but the people be on there on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, all other places. They be doing the games and people just be tuning in. I love it. Daily Peach Housewives says this is so good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Get on there. Okay, so let me say this, Joy. I'm only saying it because I'm on your neck because I have to be on my client's necks, but I have to be on my own neck, right? I have to be on my own neck. It takes, I'm gonna be real with y'all. And anybody that started a business, you know this. It takes a certain level of diabolicalness, not soft hands, Maurice diabolicalness. Sorry to you, Maurice. But it takes a level of diabolicalness to be able to do what we all do. And I want if nothing else, that you get to that point today. That once you leave this conversation, you can go out there and you can feel confident enough, like, yo, I'm about to be diabolical this week. I'm about to do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what nobody think. I don't care what nobody gotta say. I'm gonna make my content. I'm gonna promote my business because that's what we do. People want to make an income, but you helping other people by with you making an income. That's the blessing of this all. You know what I'm saying? So the more that you offer yourself as a blessing to other people, that's how you get blessed. And it just becomes a cyclical chain. You understand what I'm saying? Everyday life becomes content. It's literally this: document, post, activate, period. That's literally what I tell my clients. Document what it is that you do, document your life. People want to see the founder, people want to see the person, the creative behind the genius. Okay. Post it, post it on your platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, or wherever you may dwell. You don't have to do all of them at the same time. Pick one if you need to, and activate your audience to action. They should have something that they are doing at the end of your post, at the end of your video. If you can do that, then you will win. That's it. That's the strategy. You know what's funny? I had thought about going to I thought of oh, let me not get into that because I know I ain't meant to be no pastor. No pastor. I love the yap too. Hmm. But that's the thing though. Okay. You didn't even have to be a content creator to hop on this live, right? To participate and tell people what you can do. And now somebody else who is interested is going to start looking you up and they want to connect and then they want to utilize your services. So sometimes I may be having a conversation about content creation, but the blessing is not just in what I chose to do. I was just opening up the door to what I felt led to do by God, honestly. That I mean, I'm literally following what I was led to do. And when the floodgates open, when the doors open, they open to us so many other things. So I think that you was in the right space, right time. me see if I have any other questions. Jesus. I don't know. Honestly, y'all, I have been wanting to do this. But I just never had found the time. And what I had said I was going to do was a series of night schools, right? Wherein, I'll talk about the tea earlier, and when I talk about the tea, y'all, I come from a place of I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When I was younger, I wanted to be on Entertainment Tonight. So if that lets you know, that should inform you as to how I deliver content, right? How I deliver and talk about these shows. I'm not trying to give you the most salacious bit of information. I'm just giving you commentary that's meant to add to your day. That's it. Interesting to me, interesting news, interesting commentary about the shows that we love. That's it. That's my responsibility. But outside of that, my goal is that I am here to help people. I am here to be a vessel, and I know that God is going to bless me in the process. So I'm going to continue to show up like this. That has become my mission for 2026. And so we're going to do it. And whoever shows up. And whoever is for will get the blessing. And that's it. And we'll keep it pushing. Somebody will see this later and be like, oh my God, I gotta get in on that. So the more people I can help, the then I know that I did what I was supposed to do that day. And I refuse to not walk in my purpose no more. It does. And that's been the revelation for me is like, I can't do that no more. I can't not I can't sit on myself no more, and you can't either. Yeah, I mean, faceless be the way to go, to be honest with you, because it is like, who was it that said that? Everybody doesn't want to, put their face out there, and I totally understand that and respect that because I do think that that is I think that is key and pivotal to understanding who you are. But definitely, definitely, I'm telling you, so much of this is about confidence. And you even have to have the confidence to start that. T Foxworth says, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. I have YouTube channels to help people improve people's health journey and journey to wealth. Yes, yes. And I totally respect that because here's the thing. These platforms, they're monetizing off of us. Okay. And that's it. It's cool. That's the business. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't and Facebook, a lot of us wouldn't know each other, right? I'm cool with that. I understand the function. Um, but I think it's about time that we also start benefiting and everybody starts to benefit from that, right? And content creation will not be for everybody, but it is for some of y'all. So that is who we're talking to today. And then everybody else that has stayed on, even if you're not interested in creating content, hopefully you get a nudge to go out there and be greater at whatever it is that you're doing. That's the goal. Is so and I'm gonna give you an example of this. I have started to actually end some of my sessions with prayer. Um, I don't do this with everybody, but there have been definitely quite a few instances where I'm now ending the session with prayer, not because just because I've asked for it, because I've also gotten the sense that the client wants it. And man, it changes the game. It changes you. And I think that I've just had to realize that it's time to step up. So I want you to feel like you can step up as well, you know? And all it takes is making a decision to do so. It is not just it's time for some action. That's all I'm saying. It's time for some action. It's time for some action. Thank you for always being willing to share and push us to be greater and step out on faith to go after the God given gift of afraid and succeed. Praying God continues to bless you as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dimpled One says that would be good now, Jewel, especially with the fast food. Yeah. hmm I I try, man. Like, you know, I think over the past year, y'all probably seen a little bit of this more and more, but um, you're definitely gonna see it now. Definitely, you know. Um, Miss Wendy Gray, I sell everything: books, courses, planners, coaching, etc. in my stand store. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. Okay, this is a good one. Shay Bars, 4454. I'm a singer songwriter and have been trying to gain a following. Shay Boss, what is your Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok? Can you tell us that right now? I could do like if y'all want me to do, I can do some like quick audits and tell you what you could be doing. 9 times out of 10, I a lot of times artists have it a little bit, I don't want to say easier, because but you got a talent, right? So if you are a singer songwriter, you can literally get online and you can sing some of your own songs and make clips of those songs and then teach people how to write songs. That's the no-brainer right there. You can teach people how to write songs. You can break down song lyrics from other people's songs and talk about how they structured the song. That's your TikTok, that's your Instagram post, that's also your YouTube video breaking down the songs. People love their favorite songs. What made that song great? You can tell us that. And then if you want to learn more about how to become a better songwriter, then click the link in my bio, set up a one-on-one session with me. It is literally that. That becomes the driving force for which you have now become an expert. You've got the skill already. You're already doing it. So at this point, there is no barrier between you and the success that you can have. And I know that you can have that success because you put it in the chat. That's the subliminal that you're not even recognizing yourself. You were bold enough to say it out loud, write it down, and make the vision plain. The next thing that you do, now we all know you want more. Cool. You put it into the universe. The universe has no other choice but now to give you more, right? So, what are you going to do as an inspired action as a result of you putting this in the chat? You're going to go and you're going to start critiquing and rate and not critiquing in a bad way, but you're going to start analyzing online what made a song great. And then you're going to show other people how to make a great song. Um, I will, yeah, I'm going to keep this live. Absolutely. But again, you can click the link in the description. I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the chat one more time so you guys can have it. It is the first link. It's the creator starter kit. It is literally less than the cost of dinner. Um, but it's got a ton of stuff that you could use in terms of like just being able to like get clear on what you need to be doing next, how to monetize, and then you can walk through a 2-hour client session where I literally sit down. We sit down and go over how she did 30 minutes of work to make one video, and that took her to the $7,000 mark, right? So you'll understand the work that went on behind what she did, and you'll understand what you need to do in order to get to that next level. But this live right here, it will stay, and I will be back this week to do more. All right. That was from earlier. Mm. You know what's funny also too, when I'm in the gym, they're always playing like these sports panels on in the locker room. So they have TVs in the locker room. So you can see up above. And Akeisha's husband, y'all remember Akeisha from Bell Collective? Her husband be on those panels. And there's always like maybe one woman to like every 4 or 5 men that are on the panel. And so I do think that that is a huge area of opportunity for women who love sports and love to talk about sports. That is huge, huge. You are absolutely correct. Yeah, when you use ChatGPT, one of the things I did discover is at the end of your commands, tell ChatGPT to verify the sources of the data that you have entered. In case you are receiving information from it, it will just help you to ensure more accurate information as you are at utilizing ChatGPT to give you stuff. So I don't know, you could already be doing that, but that's something I recently learned that I wanted to pass on. A lot of us are overthinkers. I'm an overthinker. I have overthought about this like for a long time. And it wasn't until this weekend that I finally said, you know what? No. I was sitting in church today and I knew what I had to do. I appreciate y'all for just, being here. I mean, that's how listen, I'm just following my signals, man. I'm just following the signal. Lucy says that's my problem, overthinking, then talking about my plans to people, then their negative thoughts make me second guess everything. Mm, Another my God moment. Okay, this is a good one. A lot of us do this, Lucy. A lot of us. A lot of us will think about something and we're so smart and we want to just get it perfect. But let me tell you something, getting it done is better than getting it perfect. Done is better than perfect. And to be quite honest with you, there are a ton of people out there doing whatever it is that you've already said that you wanted to do that don't know half of what you know, but they're doing it and they're being successful at it. They're making a ton of money because they just took action. That was literally it. And then talking to other people, let me tell you something. The only people well, I can't say this, but the best people to talk to about something that you want to do are people that are doing it. When God gives you a vision, you have the two eyes. He didn't give those eyes to anybody else but you. So you see what you see. They're not going to see what you see. So when I start something new, I don't tell nobody. I don't. I might tell like one other person. But I'm telling somebody that I know is going to affirm vision in me, right? So they may not understand what it is that I want to do, but they believe in me. And you got to talk to somebody that is looking at you and not putting a mirror up every time you say something, because what they give you in response to what you're doing is really what they think. So those are usually their limits that they are now placing on you. So when you have gotten that inkling, that thing in your mind that you want to do something, especially when it's going to function as a way to help you achieve more, grow more, make more, then there's a reason why that vision is in your head and it's meant for you to follow through. Pending it ain't hurting nobody, right? M- That's what I was about to say earlier. I had thought about that. Um, I just, I just feel like I'm still working on myself. So I don't know if that's maybe it is. I just know that I had to start here. Well, I had to start with the people that I work with, to start with the clients that I have now, because those are my obligations, right? But I also knew that I could not hold this in any longer. So that's what I mean, Lucy, when I say the thing that's sitting inside you is just waiting to come out. Just throw it up. Just throw it up. You know? Um, you said your next chapter is teaching, but your whole spirit reads is encouraging and authentic. That's a gift. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because I mean, that I really do want y'all to succeed. I really do. Yes, I have a product. Yes, I have a service, but I'm being of service. And everything that I have put into everything that I give, whether it is a book, whether it is whatever it is, if it's the tutorials that are in the content creator kit or not, I am even here giving away what I would do if I was a person who is telling me something that they're doing. So if you're telling me that you're a singer songwriter, boom, let's start creating ideas for what you can do to monetize, to help people to grow and to grow yourself. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I am excited for you. I can't wait till you dive in. I can't wait till you see my client Karen. I cannot wait till you see her journey, right? Karen, the client that I reference that I work with in that particular strategy sessions that you're going to see, she is a trichologist. So she is someone who specializes in people growing their natural hair. And so what she does is she helps people grow their natural hair from the inside out. So you'll see her, you'll get all of her information. Let me turn on this light real quick. But you'll see her, you'll see all of her information, and she is we walk through her journey of being a content creator, right? And advertising her business. And I got to tell you, she almost quit. She almost quit. She said, cuz she was super busy with her salons. So she wanted to get out of the salon business, and she wanted to just do, to help people just take on clients one on one, and also sell her products because she had developed her own products from scratch. So what we did was we set her up with some strategies for making her YouTube videos, and she just did it. And she used this one video. I won't get into it too much, but she literally, it took her 30 minutes to do that video. And from then on, she had a plan, and she literally just ran with that plan. Now she has sold her salons. Now she is able to live the life that she wants to live, right? She makes her content and she sells out of her product, and she literally talks to her client. All of her Most of those clients came from YouTube and Facebook, and they're brought in from all over the world because you can now, with content, go beyond just the people you know, right? We tend to think of, well, none of my friends watch my video. Who cares? You didn't make that video for them. I don't make my video for my friends. I make my videos for y'all. I make my videos for people who love what I love and who love what it is that I do. I do not care if my friends do not watch my videos. I don't care. I didn't make it for them. That is the place where you need to come from. I don't make my videos for my family. I make them for you. I make them for people who are interested. That is it, period. So I never really care if somebody watches my video or not, that I know. I don't care if they don't even like my post on Instagram. I don't care. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not for them. But yes, I'm excited for you. So, um, I'll be checking in on you to see how you're doing and making sure you're starting and doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yep. 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 Y'all crazy. Yeah, and that content just be sitting there on your phone, taking up all the space in the memory. Mhm. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm excited for you to see also. Not only I have put my ebook in there as well, so you get my journey from how I started on YouTube. I break down all of the extra ways that you can monetize your channel, and I'm also going to add in a couple of days, so you'll get this too, other things that you can utilize to monetize, and you can start referring those people to the things in your description. That's what you really want to do, right? Not everybody will be the content creator that shows their face. Some people will just use their voice. We can even show you how to not even have to use your voice. The one channel that I'm gonna show y'all in a second, it ain't my voice. It is not my voice. Hold on, I'm gonna show it to you real quick because I ain't gonna I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. Okay, so we are almost at the point where we monetize this channel, y'all. I started this channel like 2 years ago, and I'm gonna tell you what I did. I started the channel 2 years ago. I was working with a team that I used to create the videos. So I had a video team. I didn't like the team that much, and I never had time to go back and find another team, but we made videos. And so, y'all, I want you to see these videos are now kind of going crazy. Hold on, let me get content. and they're about things that I know. So you can see, hold on. Can you see? I don't know if you can see that. All right. That it won't. That's 15K on that one video. And then this one has 39K. Why am I showing you this? Why do you want to why does this matter? Give me 1 second, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. You see that? That's 39.4K. Okay. Why does this matter? It matters because the work that you put in on YouTube, if you didn't get views on it today or next month, y'all do know that a lot of these videos, and I could tell you what types of videos to make, they go viral months later. So this was work that I did 2 years ago that I'm now going to make more videos on, and I will be able to reap the benefits of that monetized channel. All I need to do is get a couple, like a couple hundred more subscribers, and that video, those videos are now then going to be monetized, and boom, instant revenue source. That is something that you can easily do. TikTok is huge for gaming. Yep. Beautiful Mirror Tarot says, I was really intimidated to start at first, thinking everyone else was better than me. But once I did, I was happy I did. That's also the thing, too. You think that because there are people out there who are super successful doing what you do, that doesn't leave you any space in the room. That is a lie. That is a lie that your mind is telling you. That is a lie that somebody else is telling you. And I'm going to tell you why. No, none of those people are you. None of those people are you. You are you for a reason. Okay. You have this thing inside of you that is burning to come out for a reason. And only you can deliver it in the way that you will. And only you can deliver it to who you need to deliver it to. So don't ever think to yourself, well, this person is doing it, that person's doing it. But I literally had to have this conversation with myself today. So I ain't telling you nothing that I ain't even thought. I'm telling you what I think, what I have to walk over all the time. You will have to sidestep these little landmines that your mind sets up all the time. Joyce says, you were definitely sent here from me today. I've been sitting on my finished unpublished book. Thank you for pushing us. Joy, publish it. Publish it. Put it out there. Get online and talk about it. Talk about the book now. Tell the people what it's about. Actually, Joy, what is the book about? What are you writing about? And when will it be out? Tell me. Tell me. I want to know. Tell us so we can look for it. We all here for a reason. That part right there. That part right there. Let me see if I missed anything. I mean, now we want to really get into that. If you ain't listening, that's an interesting situation in and of itself. When you feel like there's a calling for you, you feel like there's something that you need to be doing, and you keep resisting that urge, and you keep trying to fight it because you feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not the best, I don't have those numbers. It's already 10,000 other people doing it. None of that matters. None of that matters. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is, okay, I got the download. I know what it is that I'm supposed to do. Let me go do it. And I promise you, everything else falls into place after you start. Start messy, start imperfect, start with your phone. Just start. Because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, if you speak with confidence and excitement, nobody will know that you aren't already where you already want to be at. Kim says, I was invited to join this live and I'm so glad I joined. You have given me some more courage to start content creation in 2026. I will continue to follow you. So, Kim, we're going to challenge you today that you're going to start your content this week. Because the last thing that I want is, like myself and so many other people who are in the chat that can probably attest, we've been talking about what we're going to do this thing, and we've been saying it, but we ain't done it yet, you know? And so what I want you to do is, by the time you leave here, I want you to say, ho, I did that. Okay. I did that. I did it and I'm doing it. I'm working on it now. It's already in me. It's already done. I've already done the videos. I already got the plan laid out. I'm already filming myself. I want you to see that right now, and I want you to say it. Because at the end of the day, I don't want you to just watch this and feel motivated while we on. No, the real work starts afterwards. But you got this. You got this. My daughter and I have been talking about doing a podcast for 2 years, and honestly, we just don't know where to start or what equipment is needed. All right, so I think I said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it to you because I feel like I want you to start it. All you need is this. All you need is this. I promise you. If you want an audio podcast only, then there are apps out there that you can use that will do an audio podcast, and you can upload that thing to YouTube. If you want to sit down and record the two of you talking, get yourself a little mic from Amazon, right? Set the mic. You can do a wired mic or a wireless mic, and sometimes those wireless mics come with two pieces. Take those. Let me see if I got one. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. Because I don't want you to have no excuse by the time you leave this video. Okay? It's going to look like this. All right? You're going to use something like this, and then y'all going to record. There's a little piece that goes into the phone too. And you're going to just talk, and you're going to either strap this to your shirt, and you're going to talk. These are on Amazon or TikTok. You can find them anywhere. About 20, 30 bucks at the most. 15 maybe if you find them in the right place. It could be at your house tomorrow. And then just start recording. That's it. Once you start recording, you can perfect it from there. A lot of people think that you need to start it off absolutely perfect. I don't believe in that. I believe in jumping off the cliff and then flying on the way down. That's really how you learn how to fly. My dad taught me how to ride a bike. He put me on my bike. He put me on the hill beside our house, and he sent me on my way. Of course, I fell off the bike. Okay. But you know what the crazy thing about that was? I got right back up on that bike and I kept riding. That was the lesson right there. That was the lesson. Oh, no problem. I listen. It's me. It's me. I appreciate y'all. Amen. Amen. Hey, I already have ideas for my content. I'm a novice gardener and I want to document. That is huge. That is super huge. I think you will find that the gardening community is, I mean, it's major. The garden community is major. It is not like some of the things that you guys want to do is you don't realize that the community is already there. The community is already there. You can see it. Oh, if you go on some of these social media channels, you will see that the community, that the community is there. It's there. It's literally there. There you go. There you go. I'm that girl who makes dreams come true. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. I like it when people talk that talk, you know? I like that type of talk. Hey, no problem. Listen, go forth and just do it. You got the skills, you got the abilities, and to be honest with you, you have a voice, and you got to just start using it. You know what? It wasn't, because to be honest with you, I felt it in my spirit that I was going to do this today. I mentally prepared myself before I got on. I prayed about it at church. You know, I had a good conversation about it. So I knew what I was going to do. And I just followed what I felt like God was telling me, you know. And so I felt like God said, go. So I went, that's it. And I know that I created the content creator kit. I created all of this from love. The work that I put into it, I came from a place of, how do we help more people do this? How do we help people grow? How can I take what me and one client did, who said, I will do this because I know that other people can use this? She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to sit down and give everybody the play. She didn't. Like, she didn't have to give them the sauce that we talked about, but that's her spirit too. So when you got two people who come together with a willing spirit, and I already had laid the foundation for it, I felt like, no, this is something that can't lose. You can't lose with this. So when I put those two products together and I said, okay, this is something that I can say, take this and run with it. And with this information, you can go from A to Z. That's the thing. I want you to go from A here, like struggling to do it, or maybe you've been doing it and you ain't been serious about it, to over here where you're doing it, you're rocking your content, you're activating the people, and you're getting them. You are now getting them from A to Z. So do you see how this whole thing works? That's how business should function. Business that I feel like is it that lays a foundation of being of service to people. Those businesses are businesses that are sustained in the long run, in my opinion. All right, becoming Natasha TV. Well, you've already, first of all, you already got a good channel name. Yes, I would like to get into content creation. Please let me know what and how to do it. First things first, if you're listening to this live, that's step one. I'm giving you free sauce, free game, all of that. The second thing is, click the link in the description or right here in the chat. I'll put it in the chat again. Get the content creator kit. It walks you step by step. In the ebook, it says what exactly I did, what you can do. And then we have a strategy session with a client of mine that we sat and we worked with her. And then she, with 30 minutes of work, she recorded herself, she edited it, she uploaded it. That video brought her $7,000 in ad revenue plus sales from her products. It's that simple. It's that simple. But I'm gonna give you some extra sauce right now. Take your phone out, sit next to a window with natural lighting, and start talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about. Whether that's on Instagram, if it's on Instagram, if it's on TikTok, go live. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. Go on ahead and go live on TikTok. Just go on ahead if you can. If you got enough, if they will allow it, just go ahead and go live. Now you got to work up to going live on YouTube. So be mindful of that. Just start recording videos, right? And get better as you go. Don't sit and critique those first videos, because they're not gonna be perfect, and that's fine. Who cares? Some of my best performing videos have been the videos that I don't care about. I was like, they like, y'all like that? That was the video. I didn't even really, it to me could have been one of my worst videos, but it didn't really matter because people got the information that they needed. So there's that. Hey, Ms. Mona Lisa says, absorbing all these ideas, been working since the 1980s and retiring in 18 months. Hey, congratulations. This old girl is tired, but I don't want to retire and sit. Miss Mona Lisa, yes, yes, amen. So I think I said it earlier. The internet in general, specifically YouTube and TikTok, are booming for people who are in like their late 40s, 50s, 60s, who are chronicling their lives and who are telling other people how to do the things that they have done. Um, and it's popular. I don't want to say trendy, but it's not. It's a thing right now. It is a thing. People love it, and I just think that it's time. It's time for you. It's this is your time. This is absolutely your time to start. Okay, this is a good question too. Tamara says, I work a full time and part time job while paying for nursing school out of pocket. If you want it, it can be done. Boom. And honestly, Tamara, like, I don't know if you create content, but that's your life is interesting. It's interesting because you are managing to do so much. And I would love to see what a day in the life like look like. And I don't if I don't know if content creation is your thing, but I mean, that's what definitely what I would be doing. Um, hey, let's go. Let's go, Dr. Annie. Let's go. We are in there. I got you. I got you. That is going to be exciting. I'm super excited for you because we're going to get to work. We're going to get to work. Um, okay, Kim, let's go. Let's go. Hey, no problem. I mean, we all love AI, but we also want to make sure it's giving us the most accurate information? Okay. Hey Richie, sorry I'm late. However, I've been wanting to start my own channel. I would love to do content like you, but I'm afraid to get started. It may be because I'm a lady of a certain age. Mm-mm. Don't let that knock you because at the end of the day, you got an opinion, right? You got an opinion, somebody else, you're gonna resonate with somebody. You are going to resonate with somebody. So don't be afraid of that. And when you do your content, show who you are, show your personality. I mean, to be honest with you, I think I'm more myself on here with y'all than I am any place else, right? Except in my home, right? And my friends who actually really, really know me. But something about when this red light turns on, I don't know. I've always been like that though. I was just saying that earlier. When I'm sitting down in front of a camera, whether it's here on Good Day DC or wherever, something comes over me and I just lose myself and I just like who I the nervous part of me, it just leaves. It's gone. It doesn't exist. And the only thing that matters is what I'm telling you or what I'm talking about. So I don't know. Your age is not the problem that you think it is. It's not a problem. In fact, your age is your asset at this point. Let me tell you why. When we're talking about these reality TV shows, when we're talking about um what these people are doing, guess where you speak from? You speak from a place of wisdom. You speak from a place of I know I've seen this before. This is a behavioral pattern. You can analyze situations in a way that maybe somebody else who is a little bit younger can't. Not to say that somebody younger can't do it, but you have a different perspective. And if you learn to lean into that perspective, then that is your selling point. That is what makes you one of the best at what you do because you are you and you don't care about exhibiting who you are to the world because you know that your intentions are to do this thing, right? To provide commentary, to provide an analysis of a show that somebody else out there loves to watch and needs somebody to vent with. And then you become that person. So don't let age stop you because that has nothing to do with any of this, except that it can be used as an asset. That's what we do. We think, but this is the year that we get out of our head and into our bag and into our productivity and into our power, into the things that we're supposed to do, the things that God has planned for us, the doors that have been opening for us that we have been refusing to walk into because we have been shrinking ourselves so small that we couldn't see ourselves anymore. No, absolutely not. We're not doing that this year. This is going to be the year that you open yourself up to the world and you set your boundaries in place where you know where you're not going to go, you know what you're not going to do, you know what you're not going to be felt, you're not going to feel uncomfortable, and you're going to walk through with confidence. That's it. That's what's happening. That was the growth. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, that's why I didn't know what it was gonna be. I just trusted that it was gonna help somebody. Yeah, your friends might not be they may not be your clients, but that's okay because your business is not meant for your friends unless unless they want to support, which is fine too. But at the end of the day, I never am disappointed because I don't have no expectations of my friends. Norman is my quasi assistant. I found you during the pandemic, and you are literally the second content creator I subscribed to, and I've been loving you ever since. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate it. Yes, Karen from Curl House. Um, she is probably one of the best people that I've ever met in my entire life. Okay. And she's funny, she's smart, she's genuine. And if you that is her business is Curl House. So you can go on over there and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I kid you not. There's especially if you get into the content creator kit, you will see exactly what we did. Um, honestly, I don't know. I understand now that YouTube doesn't necessarily always push out notifications. Um, so I think you just have to find creative ways to expand. But I don't know about shadow banning specifically, unfortunately. We are talking about helping people who want to get into the content creation space, how they can do it with ease from a place of genuine, authentic, like, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. This is how I want to grow, whether it is whether it is your income, how to generate income with your content. I tell you about how to utilize affiliate links, where to go to find those, how to build and structure your content so that you can generate sales. Those are the things that I focus on. And the content creator kit is literally how you can go from A to Z. I put everything that I know in a strategy session with one of my clients. It's 2 hours, 2 sessions, and we literally talk about how she did 30 minutes of work to create one video, and that generated over $7,000 in ad revenue plus sales. That is what we're talking about. I think I summarized it good enough. Okay. Okay. I have a book coming out about grief of an ex-spouse from a divorcee's perspective. That is a very unique perspective. I love that. Okay. And Joy says, my book is called Pregnant for 5 Years. Oh, wow. Oh, Lord. And it's about challenges that I've had in my life and how faith has sustained me. I love that title. I mean, that screams like it screams, girl, what? But that's what you want. That let's go. Let's go. What month will it be out? Yeah, I'm that type of person. And note, let me say this. When I ask all these questions, I'm asking you from the perspective of something that I would ask a client. But I have people in my life who are like, this is the deadline. Okay. This is when we need it by. So I'm giving that to y'all because they give it to me. And God bless them for that. Um, definitely, Lord have mercy. If you can start a list, but we also go through that as well. Um, whew, whether it's a texting list, email list, some way of communicating with your audience beyond the platform. Becoming Natasha says, DJ Richie Skye, please stop speaking to my spirit. You've dropped so many gems in this video. You have hurt my feelings, inspired, and motivated me all in 5 minutes. Thank you for the love. Oh, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It is, listen, it is so doable. The things that I lay out for you, they're all completely actionable. Like there is definitely some mindset stuff that I'm trying to help you get past today, but these are actions that you can take that you can model after to then start doing it. Again, the goal of the entire everything that's in the kit is basically get started today. This is what you do, and this is what you keep doing, and then you don't stop. That is it. But the disconnect for people, there's a something, there's a little something that most people are missing, but we go through how to break through those barriers, how to take action, what actions to take, and then you go from here to here. I gotta go look that up. I'll have to look that up. Pretty much. For those who didn't know. For those who didn't know. Dimple One says Richie is right about going live on TikTok. My sister records her workout class, and I just keep hitting the like button. Her video then becomes popular, and random folks join her live. Honestly, that's it. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, if you feel like you don't have no momentum, get on TikTok live. Get on TikTok live. But put your video until you get to the point where you can go live on YouTube. Just put your videos out. Keep putting out content. Again, the content creator kit walks you through that process, how you do it, what you do to succeed, and then you just kind of go from there. Also, too, if you want to book a direct appointment with me, I have office hours located in my in that link that I sent out, so you can book an appointment with me as well. Because some people have like Dr. Annie said, I booked with you, and so we'll walk through her content plan, and depending on how much time we have, we may even leave with some content so that she can start posting it. That's how it happens. I was the same way. My video that got the highest 4.7 views was, in my opinion, terrible. I was outside and it started to rain on me. It be the content. It don't always be what you look like in the video. Sometimes a video just resonates. That's TikTok and YouTube. Literally. I mean, that is literally it. Everything that I've given you today, honestly, you could take that and you can run with it. This session. The session is. Give me 1 second. Oh, the session is 90 minutes. I'll put it on the screen real quick. Stand by. I'm going to put that on the screen. Here is the session. That's in the link as well. So you can just book a session. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Congratulations. I can't wait to see what you do. If you have any questions, be sure to email me. Oh, I love this idea. Daphne says, thank you for this inspiration and motivation. I just spoke to my son, collaborating on content as a family. He likes the idea, and you gave me an idea about lives. Honestly, this is it right here. These are the reasons why I knew to do this. Um, I'm excited. You got to let us know how it is. Y'all, I'm going to be doing this all week. I think maybe. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I think I'll teach most of the week. But this is exciting. My sign, I'm Cancer. Should I do an ebook on when I aced nursing school while working and fighting breast cancer multiple times? I did an ebook on Canva about why and how to convert some cash into gold and silver. Um, First of all, yes, and yes. If you feel as though you want to talk about nursing while working and fighting breast cancer, then I think that you want to focus on that. But I also think that a really profitable thing to do in terms of what people need to know right now as well is about how to convert cash into gold and silver. Just because of the times that we live in and people feeling, a little bit stressed, they're feeling a little insecure. That is the one I think would have the most. It's just I think that's an easy instructional for you to put out there and to help people on a day-to-day basis. But I also would not discourage the ebook on, acing nursing school while working and fighting breast cancer because that's also huge, right? So I think you could do either. But really love that turning cash into gold and silver because I haven't seen that out. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Joy. Sharnice Perryman says, my book is The Journey of a Unicorn out now on Amazon. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Um, that's exciting. See, this is what I'm talking about. You got literally someone who is interested in purchasing your book to support. Just let us know and keep us posted. It's 1,000 followers for TikTok to go live. Thank you so much for that. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you got 30 followers, the thing is that you probably just need to post more. TikTok is a volume platform. So it favors people who post more. So there are things right now where people are talking about posting like 25 to 30 times a day. I don't know if you need to do that, but I just think you need to post more. So I would probably start with posting 3 times a day and just seeing how that goes and seeing what content resonates. And then I would keep going from there. And you understand with TikTok, you don't have to it don't got to be like real long, curated, like perfect content. They want content where people are just really talking. If you can make content like that, you can literally sit down for about 10 minutes and talk 3 times about one thing and then post those 3 videos. And there you go. You're done for the day. Mm, Well, does she have a business account? Because sometimes business accounts, I think they can do it, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Oh, it's 96. Perfect. We're going up. Oh, Lucy says, I don't have one. I mean, so I don't know what the parameters are, to be honest with you. I just know that it is an easy platform to start going live and to start really, really getting yourself out there. Okay. All right. So listen, y'all, hopefully you took something away from this live that you will start to do. Hopefully you will say to yourself, today is the day, this is the year, this is the month, this is the week that I start taking action and I start showing up for myself. that I stop dimming my light for other people, that I start to say yes to the things that I know that I need to do, that I start shining my light as bright as I know that it can shine, and I stop dimming myself and shrinking myself and making myself more palatable for the world. That I am going to start living and start doing and start breathing in the way that God saw fit for me to do. I'm going to stop living in the shadow of my fears. I'm going to start moving in the way that I feel like I'm being led to move, without fear, without trepidation, with total disregard for what anybody in my life or otherwise thinks, because I know and I trust myself enough to be exactly who I know that I'm being called to be, because I will not sit on myself. I am going to bet on myself. I'm going to live like I'm betting on myself. I'm going to walk like I'm betting on myself. And there is nobody better than myself to stand in the gap for myself, because there is no one else that is going to save you like you can save yourself. That is what you are going to do today upon leaving this live. That is the promise that you are going to make to yourself. It's the promise that I'm making to myself. It's the promise in how I'm going to show up every single day. I'm not taking no for an answer. We are walking in faith. We're going to do the things that we're supposed to do. And let me tell y'all something. This is everything that I get when I give when I'm coaching somebody. This is everything that I give when I'm working with somebody one on one. And so to me, I know that if I can do that one on one, I know it's meant for me to do it here. Okay. I know it's meant for me to do it here. There is, there is no, there is, after today, there is not a shadow of a doubt that I am meant to do this and that you are too. Okay. Um, Too many of us have been living, just like, afraid. And I'm gonna tell you, scared money don't make no money. Scared people don't make no money. All right. So no more scaries. No more Sunday scaries. No more. I, I can't do that. I'll never be able to get there. No. If it came up in your brain, you can do it. You got it. It's already yours. You just got to claim it. All right. I said this to one of my clients the other day. I said, do it dumb. Do it dumb. That's DUMB. Do it dumb. Here's what I mean by that. Don't think yourself out of the thing that you're supposed to be doing. Do it dumb. Do it without knowing everything. Do it without, oh my God, I'm not the expert. I guarantee you, you know more than somebody else knows. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. And for me, I'm going to make it my mission to show up here as much as I have to, as much as I need to get as many people as I know need the same message. Because it doesn't just stop with today I said it, and then Monday we go back to living how we used to live. That can't happen no more. It can't happen no more. It can't. It can't. It can't. We can't put the toothpaste back in the bottle. It's out now. We know what we need to do. We know, we understand the mission. We understand where we got to be, where we got to go, what we got to do, who we got to see, and who we got to say it. Who we got to say what needs to be said to. So now that we know, we can't unknow it. And now that you know, you're gonna get that little nudge. That little nudge is gonna hit you every day. It's gonna hit you every day until you do that thing. Do it dumb. Do it dumb. Like just do it now. Okay. And what happens is, I promise you this. As you do that thing, as you take that first step to becoming a content creator, whether you chose to jump in, listen, what whatever it is that you're choosing to do, right? once you have made the decision, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just go ahead and start putting action. Put your foot to the ground and let's go. I just don't want to see people sitting in the same spot that they sat in last year. And you know if you are, you know it. You already know it. You came into this live still saying, I'm going to do that thing. And you've been saying it since last January. Dr. Tiff says, I need this, Richie. You and I met last year, and I let fear and frustration bind me for almost a year. No more. Thank you, Dr. Tiff. Now, you know, it's time. It's time. It's time. And that is the case for most people. I'm going to tell you right here. She said it. She said it, y'all. I let fear and frustration bind me for almost a year. How many other people, real quick, how many other people can identify with that? Just let me know in the chat. If that's been you, just give me a 1 or just let me know. Just you could put 1, that's me, something. Give me a 1 in the chat. Let me know, has this been you? I just want to see, and by doing this, I want you to understand that when you free yourself by saying that, you free other people. Watch how and see how many other people have been in the same spot. Just watch. Just look at the chat. I ain't even got to look at the chat to know. That has been a lot of us. Let me put it in the chat. I'm not afraid to say that. I have been sitting on my gifts for a very long time, keeping it quiet, coaching people here, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm just gonna take these few clients on, and that's what I'll do. You know, no, I can't do that anymore. God said bigger. That was it. God said bigger. And so here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, D. Let's do it. Come through, Wendy. Let's do it. I'm going to show you the question real quick, Nate. Dr. Tiff says, I let fear and frustration bind me for almost a year. The question was that you? If that was you, put a 1 in the chat or just put me. And watch and see how many people have been saying that's also them too. So I want that to let you know that you are not alone. You're not the only person that has been feeling this. You're not the only person that's been sitting there. So that's why I want people to take action today. I want you to commit to yourself. And sometimes you have to commit it publicly in order for you, when you write it and you make that vision plain and you say, I'm committing to myself that I'm going to do the thing that I'm supposed to do. I'm going to take that next step. I'm going to start creating content. I'm going to talk to that new person. I'm going to network the way that I'm supposed to. I'm going to build my business. And if I don't have a business yet, I'm going to start that business. I'm going to start that podcast. I'm going to start selling this product. I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to reach out to this person. I'm going to connect with people. I'm going to start talking on camera. I'm going to develop the strategies that I need to succeed. I'm going to take myself from point A to point B because I'm sick of being at point A. I've been stuck at point A for 10 years now, for 5 years now, for 3 years now, and I want to get to point Z. How do I do that? I'm going to take the first step to get to step B. That one small step is all you need, right? We take one step at a time every single day. We do one thing every single day that gets us closer. If we can do 3 things, we'll do 3 things. But if we only had time because we got to work that 9 to 5, or we got to work that part-time job, or we got to fit it in around the kids, or we got to do something else, but we're going to do that one thing every single day until we get from A to Z. That's it. That is what we're doing. Amen. Listen, that's it. You came to the right place at the right time with the right people. That's it. Let's go, Daphne. I'm going to rebuild my business one virtual brick at a time. Okay? One at a time. I am committing to myself from here on out. I started my channel with my cousins and a channel for myself. It's going slow, but we are doing it. Keep going. Keep going. And let me go ahead and give you the play. Lachey, what is your channel about? Tell us if you could tell us what your channel is about, I can give you some hopefully healthy suggestions. But also, like I said, tap into the content creator kit, y'all. Like I'm telling you that I put everything, I put my foot into that. I did. And you will see the A to Z process that you can go through. Thank you. Yes. Put them in there. Yep. I'm so happy about that, man. I'm so happy. All right. Famika says, I've been on YouTube for 10 years and didn't try, and now I'm trying to get my foot off the ground. Okay, so what does it mean you didn't try? You had a channel and maybe you didn't do anything with it. If that's the case, I did the same thing. I had my channel since about 2013. It wasn't until 2019 that I got serious. Most of y'all know my story, but if you don't, I was working on a news show in Miami. I moved from LA to Miami to be on that show. The show, after 8 months, it ends up moving to Orlando. They did not invite me or my co-host, which I will be doing. Her name is Anna Concosis. She used to be on the Real Housewives of Miami. We both got let go at the same time. I will be on her podcast tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. But and we will be reviewing some of I think it's the Golden Globes fashions or something like that. But I didn't know what else I was gonna do. It was Q, aka Funky Dineva, who said get on YouTube. I got on YouTube. My video went viral within about a week, and it was off and popping. It was on and popping from there. So then the crazy thing about it is, because of my YouTube channel, I started getting invited to news shows. Go figure. Who gets fired from a news show, gets on YouTube, then gets asked to come and do news shows across the country? So I've done the MSNBCs, the Foxes, I've done the things. So it opens up the world to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hey, let's go. Carolyn Land says, I just purchased the kit and now I'm going to do it terrified. But you're doing it, okay? Do it scared. Do it dumb. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean dumb, I mean just do it without the experience that you think that you need, right? Because there's somebody out there that doesn't even have your experience that's doing it. So you got this, Carolyn. You got it. You got it. Go through it. It's literally just meant for you to read, watch, and get activated. That's it. Nate says, I keep telling our son to start a sports channel now while he's currently in school for broadcast journalism, but I think he's scared to do it. I don't know if you got the content creator kit, but I would definitely get it and send it his way, because it will help him remove those mental blocks. That's what you want to do. You got to remove that block of fear. That's it. Once you remove the fear, you become unstoppable. Can't nothing stop you. Nobody can stop you once you remove that block of fear. I promise you. I promise you. Thank you for this. Listen, this is a testimonial right here from somebody that's been with me before. Richie's consultation was so awesome, so uplifting. I needed this reminder. I'm jumping back in/on. This should tell you right here from somebody that I've worked with and somebody that I know is literally sitting on a gold mine. Okay. I know that that's what's so crazy. I know what you are capable of. I know it. I see it. So yeah, we either got to get back on the line, or you gotta get this train moving because you got it. Okay, Lachey says my cousin's channel is about reality TV shows and movies. Movies is good. Reality TV show is good. What reality TV shows and then what movies? All I would say to you is become consistent with that. That's it. Stay on the shows that are trending, and i.e. the shows that you love. And then with the movies, talk about the movies. That is an endless well of possibilities, especially movies that either just came out or are classics. You guys can really talk about and do deep dives on those films and talk about what they were about, right? And then we would come up with like a really nice thumbnail. We would probably use AI for that to come up with a thumbnail template that you guys can use from, moving forward. And then, oh my God, like the ideas are just literally coming to my head right now. So you are in a really, really good space. Reality TV and TV news and movie news, that's hot. That is so hot right now. Actually, it's been hot. So you could literally, I'm telling you, there's so much there. There's so much there. Famika says that I had it. I didn't do anything with it. I call it topics and conversations where I want to talk about life and media news. I'm always commenting on other channels. My shorts have a lot of views. I'm trying. Keep going. I don't know if you have dove into the content creator kit, but let me tell you something. Um, I, I think with topics and conversations, I would want you to be a little more specific about what types of topics in your content, so that the general audience will know exactly what it is that you're talking about. So if it's going to be about life and news specific, I would just start amping up your content. Without seeing your channel at the moment, I would probably tell you that you probably don't have enough. I like to tell people that I work with, I'm gonna give you a little bit of tea right now. I'm gonna give you some sauce. I like to tell people that I work with to do a certain amount of videos so that you can start analyzing the data and we can see what's working. We can't see what's working if there's not enough content there. We just got to have the data. We've got to have something to measure it by. Once we have something to start saying, oh, people are really loving this and this and this. So like right now, you know that they like the shorts, right? So either let's keep the shorts going. We don't stop that. And while we're making all of those shorts, we're doing about 7 to 14 a week. And then we're going to start making long form content. So that's just the play right there, right? We go with what's working and then we start elevating on the other end because long form content is going to be where the money resides. Then we're going to find a product, right? Whether it's going to be something that we create for you or whether it's going to be something that you promote, like an AMC membership or something like that, because maybe you love talking about, maybe you want to send people to the movies. Actually, that's probably better for the last people that I was just talking about. But there are so many other products and ways that you can start developing affiliate sales in order to kind of like balance that revenue with what you're going to be making in terms of ad revenue eventually, right? So that's what I would do if I were you. Joy says God had a plan for you, Richie, and that was for you to have a wider reach. Jeremiah, ooh, mm, mm, mm. Thank you. I listen. Hold on, let me write that down. I gotta write down that scripture. I always keep the scripture from the service in my phone. So I want to make sure I add this, especially because I felt like just put a word into my life. Okay, so I wrote that down. Man, this thing right here, I had no clue. Wendy says, listening and working on my next digital product. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Okay, Lucy says, it's not just creating content. I want to become an independent salon owner too. You've given me so much confidence today. Man, listen, and that content, that content can relate back to your salon, right? what you do as a salon owner, what you do as someone who is opening a salon. This is how you open your own salon. I'm going through the process. Take people on that journey. Founder-led content is something that really does super well. It does super well. You just need to let people know so you can start getting that clientele in. People will want to support you more than you know. And the thing about it is people probably just don't know that that's what you're doing yet. Like the masses may not know. Your people that know you probably know, but there is a whole community or people around where you live that have no idea what you're doing and that want to give you they want your service. They want to get whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's hair, nails, whether it's facials, massages, whatever that thing is. Famika says, it's hard getting your TikTok followers over. I'm at 2K over there and want to introduce them to me here. I will need structure. I have the will, but need some advice. Well, I mean, listen, again, you can either, this is what I would do if I were you. I would tap in, let's do a session. I can walk you through exactly what I would do in your situation. You've got 2,000 TikTok followers. You maximize that, but you also need to start just working on your YouTube. That will help you grow organically. Don't necessarily rely on that one platform because TikTok wants to keep people on TikTok. YouTube wants to keep people on YouTube. So you've got to figure out a way to work both of them, and we can work on a plan for that does not exhaust you. I know. So have I. I don't like the way I sound on camera. I don't either. I don't like the way I sound on camera, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because my message got across. So we've got to work past that one. And the video is not for you. Whew. Did I say that out loud? Did I really say that out loud? Let me let you know something. And I'm gonna tell this to everybody else in the chat. Your content is not for you. It's for the people. So when you give birth to this content, you got to let it out into the world. It's not about you. So you remove yourself from the equation. I'm not here right now. Whatever is in me that wants to give, that is what you see right now. I'm me, but there's the other me that's taking over and that's letting you guys know exactly what I feel about these things when I hop online. So a part of me blacks out. I cannot critique the part of me. I cannot critique blackout me. Like whatever you see is what you see. Do I like my voice? No. But at the end of the day, what was more important? That I got online, that I told you what I needed to tell you, that I talked a little bit about the show. We did our commentary, and now we talking about life, right? We talking about moving. We talking about real like life. So you may not like the way you sound on camera, but guess what? Somebody else do. Oh, now that's a good topic right there. Because do you know how many caregivers there are out there who are sometimes feel like they are drowning in another person? Do you know how many people feel like they are living half of their lives because another half of them has to constantly be aware of what the person that is in their care is actually doing? Like the advice that you could give, the ways that you can help, the people that you can free, that you can give a community a safe space to because you are talking about something that's not talked about a lot. You sitting on it. You sitting on it. You sitting on that. No, no, you can't be. We're not being scared in 2026. You know why? Well, I ain't gonna use that as an example, but I'm gonna say this. In life right now, you will see a lot of people doing a lot of things, right? And they doing what they want to do, and they need and things that they need to do. And I'm speaking in a way that is very vague. I know, but when you look at life, the greater aspects of life, you will see people shenaniganizing. If those people can shenaniganize, then you can most certainly show up as your authentic self, hit record, and start giving value. Value in the terms of what am I here to do? Who am I here to serve? When I'm on camera, I'm not serving just me, I'm serving y'all. All right. So if I'm scared, if I'm too scared to serve, then then somebody here didn't get the message today. Somebody here didn't know that, oh my God, there's a space for me to talk about Miss Wanda, and how I felt about what she said, right? I didn't know somebody wouldn't have gotten this word. Somebody wouldn't have known now how to become a notary. But because of this chat, somebody now knows what to do next. Somebody knows there's their next step, right? So it's bigger than you. And when you realize that something is bigger than you, then you realize, oh, I got to move out the way. That scared person got to move out the way. And scared money don't make no money. And at the end of the day, the rent and mortgage is always going to be due. So we have to do it scared until we're not scared no more. So that feeling listen, don't let that bother you. That feeling of fear, that's cool. That's all good. Just don't let it stop you. Thank you, Richie. Even though I would love to create content, I have other things in my life that I need to take care of before I move forward. I really feel like God is using you to talk to us. And it's timing too, right? You know, some people will, I will just say this: analyze what's holding you back time wise. And if you really want to create content, conceptualize a way that you can create content that in such a way that it does not distract from what you also need to get done. Because I will guarantee you this: content and creating content it can eventually free up your time and energy to do the things that you really love if you just sit down and focus a little bit of time. But that's with anything that you focus on. If you focus on that business, that idea, that book, if you spend just an hour, carve out 30 minutes to do it. Carve out 30 minutes to get on that Peloton, to take that walk, to do whatever it is. That's how those little steps day by day is how you get from here to here. Let's go, Famika. Let's go. More videos. Joy says, my t-shirt company, which I've stopped stalled on, is also called 2911. Okay. I tattooed this on my wrist as a daily reminder. God has a plan for us all. Yes, indeed. So now listen, now that you got that plan, let's run it. I want to make content, but I'm shy about being on camera. I see this a lot with the people that I work with. Being shy and being an introvert, actually, you will find a lot of content creators are. Being on camera requires you to take a step back and take a back seat to what it is that you want to say and what you want to convey. The more you can get out of your head about being on camera, because at the end of the day, listen, if you need to, throw on a little makeup, put a nice light up, feel good about yourself, and get on camera. Or just set up some nice lighting, a nice little light, some bright natural light coming in, whatever it takes, right? You sit down and you start creating the content, and you have to get used to working that muscle. And until you get used to working that muscle of being on camera and speaking, then it's not going to feel natural. So you've got to work to make it feel natural. And that work is just simply recording videos and posting them. And that is how you get out of your own head. You've got to do the things. You've got to put it into action. And if you don't put it into action, you will never get past the point of feeling shy. You honestly just care a little bit too much about things that don't matter. Did you give a word? Did you give your message? Did you teach the people? Did you provide the commentary that you wanted to provide? If that's it, but that's the key. As I stated earlier, there's a link in my description. If you want to do this faceless, y'all, you don't have to show your face. I am an affiliate for this product right here. This is an amazing, I'm actually walking through it, but I already have a faceless YouTube channel. I actually have had, this is my second faceless YouTube channel, to be quite honest with you, where it's completely not me. I'm not talking, I'm not doing the talking, I'm hiring people to do that work. But here, this teaches you how to do it all yourself, and you don't have to you don't have to be on camera. It walks you through it. That link is also in the description. I'll put that in the chat because I know a lot of people don't want to be on camera, and I want to also be sensitive to that. So give me 1 second. I'm going to put that link in the chat for you. Stand by. And again, this is a great affiliate program. The other day, I was saying earlier that they had like a prayer call, and at that point, I knew I was in the right place. I knew at that point, if the people are praying and they're making money, I'm there. Okay, I am there. I know I'm in the right place. If the people are praying and they're making money too, and they have found a way to do it faceless and in the comfort of, just not having to be out there like that, then you can do that too. And now you can also resell this as your own and make that money back. Lachey says, my personal channel is all over the place. I want to talk about the wigs I purchased and what's going on in the blogs and shows I love. Am I all over the place? No, not really. Because if I was you, I would be trying on my wigs and I would be talking about the shows, right? I would title the video, something that people are looking for. What are they looking for? What do they call them? Glueless lace, frontal blonde, 613 install. Let me show you the best wig I have ever, just those types of things. We could literally finesse that, right? And then you could literally be talking about your favorite show. A great place to start doing that will be YouTube Live. Not YouTube Live, TikTok Live. But YouTube, no, you got that. Those are good videos to do because I feel like the beauty of it all mixed with the housewives of it all, honestly, that is an easy win. Okay, this is easy. You in the sweet spot. Okay, you are in the sweet spot right there. Let's go. Prepare to be sick of you. But that's the thing, though. We as content creators, y'all. Let me tell y'all something else. We can't care too much about what people think about us. Because they're going to always see you popping up online. They're going to always see you. They're going to always see you showing up and they might be sick of you. But guess what? The people that want to watch you are going to be the ones that watch you. And the people that might be sick of you, they can go someplace else. Okay? They can go someplace else. Yes, Spotify also has a platform where you can post your content as well. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I need to actually investigate that because my homegirl Jamie was telling me about that the other day. Well, actually a couple of months ago. Ooh, I love it. I love when y'all talk that talk. Oh, listen, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, but okay, this is good. This is good. No name face says I'm a teacher trying to transition into UX UI on instructional. Oh my God. No name. Get that affiliate link that I just put in the thing. Go ahead and get it. All the AI faceless things and instructionals I see on tech right now on Instagram and YouTube, you would, and then you could create workbooks on how and show people exactly how to do. My God, today you are sitting on, some of y'all are sitting on gold mines and you don't even really realize it. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's funny how we can find community in these online spaces as well. Like that's what I love. That's the beauty of all this for me is I had no idea when I first started this that I would find people, I would find y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I know as much as a lot of times y'all think, you know, I feel like some people are like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for your content." But no, it's like honestly, thank y'all because y'all are here. What like y'all and a lot of y'all been rocking with me since 2019 when I first started. So or 2016 when I first started in LA. Some of y'all been here that long. So you know. So I'm appreciative as well. And I think it's so amazing how we can all find each other and find common ground. I'm a nurse who's thinking about going into real estate and I want to document. Oh my God, yes. Please document that because that's it. Again, these are things that are interesting. You know what's funny? I a part of me blacks out and I just kind of feel like I let the spirit take over and I feel like whatever comes out comes out. Um Magnolia says, "See, you can't be going into these deeper faith cuts without cultivating that gift. Did you hear yourself? Your gift is not for you. It's for God's use and purpose to advance his kingdom." Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. Amen. Amen. God knew my channel is not for me. Exactly. Do it dumb and scared. That's right. That is right. Let's go. Let's go, Lachey. Let's go. Okay, editing, it can be a little bit, but I try not to do things where I feel like I have to do too much work. It does require a little bit of editing here and there, but I think if you try to focus more on just building the content first, the editing can come later. Thank you so much for the super chat, A Maddox 8575. Fun fact, that was like Maddox was the name of our dog. And so he passed like in 2024, but he was like 17. But I miss him so much. I love that name. Even faceless concerns, then we're doing it dumb. Yes, do it dumb. I'm telling you. Sitting on money, sitting on money. You're right. Closed mouths do not get fed. I'm telling you. Um, Dr. Tiff says, I literally jumped on to see what you were talking about, knowing that I was late. God knew. Thank you. Keep shining. I pray that the seed that you planted today turns into a forest. Mm, mm. Okay. Y'all ain't gonna take me there today. Thank you, Dr. Tip. I appreciate you so much. And I'm so excited for you because I already know I knew it then in our conversation, but I definitely know it. I know that you're literally sitting on a gold mine. And I want to thank you for that. Thank you, Experiment 3693. I appreciate you. Joy says, I can do faceless. Stage fright is what has paralyzed me. Joy, then tap into this. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. I love what they did here, and I ain't gonna be an affiliate for nothing I don't like. But let me tell you something. When you talk about walking through the faceless process from A to Z, this will give you that. And then you have something that you can pass on to others. And then you can also generate revenue from being an affiliate. Y'all, I have been an affiliate for, I'm an affiliate for, I'm gonna give y'all the sauce. Trover Trip, that's one of the companies that I use. They have a referral program where they offer $1,000 if someone that you refer sets up a trip. So just for referring someone, you can earn income, y'all. Like it is such an open space for people to a build revenue, learn a skill, and help somebody else get to where they want to be. Why would we not have collaborative economics and do things in community to help each other? Miss Maya says, I haven't posted in 6 years. This is my sign to turn that camera back on. Amen, Miss Maya. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There's no better time. Nothing. I done heard the terms, so I just felt like I put a bunch of terms together. Actually, no, one of my best friends, Riley, she makes her own wigs and stuff like that. So I be hearing the things, I be hearing the terminologies. How do you begin if you've never done it? I'm gonna tell people like this. Number one, two things. Well, two things. Definitely tap into the content creator kit because I walk you from the process from A to Z on how to start a channel, especially a YouTube channel, how I took that channel from 0 to 6 figures. So you can see all of that, right? But also, and again, you put in the work and you can get to where you need to be. But also, too, there's a strategy session. It's two strategy sessions with one of my clients, and she went from literally where you are to now being able to make videos in like less than 30 minutes. And one of those videos, at least one, I know that we talked about at that time, had generated her $7,000 in ad revenue and then also generated sales to her business. That's what I want to help people do. So how you do it, let's go through the process step by step, right? You're going to set up your phone like this, light coming in from this way, right? So that the light shines on you. I'm using a ring light right now, but earlier we were using natural light. And so at that point, you're going to make content about whatever it is that you want to make it on. If I were working with you, I would help you based on your interest levels, right? But if you're interested in, let's say you are interested in, we had someone who was in nursing school earlier, right? So you're in nursing school and you want to maybe teach people how to pass some type of certification. You can talk to people about that. Or if you want to talk about reality TV or movie news or maybe politics, that's also a big area for people. So you want to try to choose what you're going to talk about. And you can try a couple of different things in the beginning to kind of test out what you feel like you could talk about for a long time. And don't be afraid to pivot, y'all. Today is an example of me pivoting, right? We were talking about one thing. Somebody said they came for some message, but left with a message. You just got to go with your gut, go with what you feel, and then double down on what works and keep going. Right? That's it. Choose your platform, document your process or what it is that you want to say, post it, and then activate your audience, right? You can either lead them to a product that you have, right? Or an affiliate product. You might have an Amazon storefront that people love to get. Or if you like, who was we talking to about the wigs earlier? If you have wigs that you love, then you recommend those. If the things that you do things that make sense for you, and that will help someone else, right? If you can do that in your videos and with your products or your affiliate links, then you have a winning combination. That's how you start all of this. That is what you do. That's the play. That's the play by play. Okay. But definitely tap into the content creator kit because it's less than the cost of dinner. Just you talking about your faceless channel just gave me an idea that I need to reach out to you about. Let's go. Let's go. We can help. We can map everything out. You can click the link in the description and you can just make an appointment and we can just literally chop it up. We can develop a plan, a play by play, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Boom. And then you go. Sitting on the gold mine. Okay, Joy, you got all these books. I'm going to need them to be out this year. This right here, man. This right here, man. This is it. I don't think you realize all of us will make it and look back on this moment and think of you and how if I can if I leave if I could leave y'all with anything like that, it would be this. That you look back at today and said, yo, I took that was the day I took action. That was the day I started and didn't stop. Because that's going to be the thing, is not stopping. You're going to have some days where you say, oh, I don't see the results yet. But my God, today, I can tell you from experience, when you do, and it is, I think, inevitable because you will not stop. I told y'all we are going to be diabolical and relentless in 2026. You're going to do whatever it takes to make yourself into the person that you are meant to be, because that is what this is all about. We will think initially that, oh, I need to make this extra money. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that. I need to start doing it. But what you never realize that's happening on the inside is that as you're doing all of the things, as you're taking all of the actions, you are becoming somebody else. You are becoming something more powerful than you thought that you were, or you are actually becoming the powerful thing that you have always known yourself to be. And you realize you've just been sheltering yourself. You've been hiding yourself from the world because you've been too afraid of what everybody else is going to think. You know what? And I ain't even mean to scream at you like that. But it's time. It's time. It's time. You've been sitting on this podcast for how long? For how long? Knowing that there are women out there in their 50s who need a voice. They need your experience. They need what you have to say. You're going to be talking to some people that need you. And every day you sit on that gift, you are denying your audience the ability to hear the word that they need to hear. So now, by sitting on it, you are blocking somebody else's blessing, because it was never about you to begin with. It was about what you could do to serve the bigger audience that you have that's waiting for you. And every day you sit, I want you to think about that. Every day that you sit still and do nothing, that and you know that there's something out there that you're supposed to do, then you block people from being able to receive what you have to give them. How could you do that to them? Ask yourself that when the next time you say, oh, I'm going to do it later, ask yourself how many people that you don't know yet have missed out on something because you said, I'm too scared to do it. How many times? And now think about how many people have missed it. So not only how many times have you denied people what you got to give them, that message, that word, that product, that service, but how many people are missing out on it because you sitting there scared, because you're too scared to move, you're too scared to make a move and do something, you're too scared to do what you've been called to do. How many times? How many people? My God. Patricia says, this is so good. I'm a CNA and I feel like I can do content, but trying to figure out what to do differently than other CNA content creators. I have been encouraged right now. I'm getting the kit. Yes, grab it. And let me tell you something. Don't worry about the differentiation. You know what the differentiation is? It's you. You don't have to be, you don't have to worry yourself about, oh my God, everybody else is doing is going left. I gotta go right. No, if you feel like you want to go left, girl, go left. Let's go. Because ain't nobody gonna go left the way that you gonna go left. You might go left and then veer off a whole different path and discover something new. All you need to do is actually do it. It is the doing that determines the direction, oftentimes, right? So, what do I mean by that? And I know that sounds a little crazy, right? But it is not until you actually hit the road, right, that you discover, oh, I know where I want to be, but I need to start driving first, right? So we have an endpoint. I want to be this, this, and this. But until you get in the car, until you start taking that mode of transportation, you can't get here. And I'm going to tell you the thing about listening to your inner voice is that you will think that the direction is that, but by God, you will go like this, or you might just jump like that. So until you make a decision to say, I'm actually going forward with this, and I'm actually going to take the next step and the next step and the next step and the next step, I always feel like God makes the way plain. So trust the doing and trust the actions and then get better, and your path becomes really, really clear. I'm terrified but never scared. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Claim it. Exactly. And I think that's what other people don't always understand as well, is that this can become a community effort. That's why I said post your stuff in the chat. I don't mind. Why? Because I want you to win. I want you to win. And I know that everybody here is responsible enough to know how to do it the way it's in decent order, right? I mean, don't spam the chat, but let the people know, like, hey, it's so and so, and y'all remember I do this. My book is coming out. Let them know. Or hey, y'all, I'm teaching people how to become a notary. Let me know if you need me, I'm here. That's how you do it. Mm, that's it. Turn a deaf ear to negativity. Step out on faith. Pray and do it. Um, what's the link for my training session? I'll put it right here in the chat again, so you will have it. All right. Hopefully it showed up. Okay. Priorities over popularity, pure muscle movement. Let's go. Let's go, Tamara. Let's go. I love that. Please, if you need to come back to the video. Like, if nothing else, um, I wanted to do this in a way where obviously the video stays and it lives here because I'm not taking this down. Um, but I also wanted to do it live. That was important to me because I wanted to make sure you heard it from me directly and I could see, any questions that you may have. Oh man, I appreciate that. I did feel like it's something in the air today. I just felt like that. Let's go. Let's go. And do you see the doors that are opening up? That's, if nothing else, do you see how taking that one step opens up a whole plethora of doors that all you need to now do is walk in? That's it. Just walk in. Mm, mm. Let's go. Let's go, Dr. Annie. Let's go. So, y'all, Dr. Annie says, thank you, Richie, for being a gate opener, ushering us in. You are very much appreciated and grateful that I caught this live today. And to be to be completely honest with you guys, I am super grateful for you as well. Y'all don't know, like, doing this has gotten me through some of the hardest time in my entire life. But also, too, like, we have fun. We have fun and we are supportive of each other. And I want to let y'all know that, you know, anything that I put together, I give it a lot of thought and I put my everything into it. So whether we have a one-on-one session, you're going to leave with something. You're going to leave with a plan. You're going to leave with some element that you can execute on. You're going to leave with a transformational product or a plan. And if you dive into the content creator kit, when you watch that video, those two strategy sessions with me and Karen, there is no way, and you read that ebook, there is no way that you don't have the exact plan that you need to get started with your content creation journey and not be afraid anymore of shining your light, of being who you are, of giving the gift that you have stored inside of you and packaging that into something that actually can help people that also helps you, right? Because when we serve other people and when our goal is to take people from here to here, we are the people that also get transformed. It changes you. It changes. I promise you, it changes you. And it levels you up in ways that you could not imagine. Because now you have responsibility, right? You have responsibility to walk that walk, to talk that talk, to be that person. And you don't have to shrink no more. You don't have to. Because the world will move around you. And it's moving around you because you refuse to suffer anymore. And I only know all of this because I've been there. That's how I know, and that's how I can speak to all of this. I've been there, I know. So my thought was, if I've been going through it or if I've been through it, I know somebody else has too. So I want to say thank you for sticking around today. It's a Sunday. You know, I felt it in my spirit. Um, oh, I could definitely do that. A Maddox, a tutorial on how to publish your own book or get a book published. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Or I can walk you through the process in a session. Just book the appointment with me and we could hop on the line. We could just get it done. We can get it done right then and there. It's that simple. You got me ready to run outside my house. Let's run and let's go. Let's go. Come on, Tiffany. Let's go. I'm so inspired. I have a personal YouTube page, podcast channel, The Shy Yapper, and I've ignored. I'm going to pick back up and I have an idea for a business coaching page. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're not sitting around no more. We're not sitting on ourselves. We about to get this thing done. Okay? We about to get it done. All right, y'all. So listen, I think it's dinner time. I've been on here long enough. I told y'all I could talk to y'all for a long time if you let me. So with that being said, y'all listen, tap into the links. If you haven't already grabbed an appointment, let's go ahead and book you an appointment so we can go ahead and help you get started, or just grab the content creator kit. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's value packed. I threw everything in the kitchen sink in that, because as you will see, and I'm adding more to it as we go. So you will get more added to that link if you haven't already gotten it via email. You will just have it. All right. So there'll be more videos and stuff added to that. So listen, dive in now while it's still that price. Actually, I'm gonna probably I set it low so that people could just get it and feel like they can get access to it and like make it easy. Um, thank you so much. I also sell products on my TPT store, but I don't promote it. I will start. Yes, promote it. What is TPT? I don't know what that is, but yeah, you could have put that link down here in the chat. Hey, I'm so happy too. I'm so happy. Updating my calendar for my first 2 tasks this week. That's what I'm talking about. Action, baby. Action. Thank you for blessing us this Sunday, Richie. I love this live. Thank you. Thank you. Those really hard times answer the question of the point of Job. You stay faithful in that hard time and you are anointed. Your friends will need you in your profession of faith. That's it. That's it. This was just a blessing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jewel. I appreciate you. I love y'all. If you have any questions, holla at me. Check out the links. Everything is available to you. Anything that I promote or recommend is because I'm already doing it. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. My goal is to make sure that we all leave here profitable, well, confident, and ready to do the work that we're born to do. Okay? That's it. That's it. All right. So with that being said, like Dr. Annie said, have an amazing evening, family. I'll be back live tomorrow and we will chat then.